I heard J-Man gave you a fade, dog. Heard he ran your fade.
Listen. Only thing I know is the first game, it was real close. You know what I'm saying? He went on the run at the end. I really couldn't do nothing about it. All right, he got that. Second game, I think my thumbs fell asleep. I don't know what the fuck happened second game, bro. Shit got bad. I had to get up out it. You know what, Jamie? You got it, bro.
Fam, it shouldn't even been close that first game. I was using the worst team in the league.
I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yo, J-Man, are you claiming that you're the best 2K player out here, dog?
Definitely in this podcast.
Oh man, you really want to rematch?
Oh man, did you get it on PC yet?
Nah.
I'm gonna have to cop it on PC still. Practice.
Ooh, you want that word, Kofi? I don't think you want to do that.
The first couple of games, you're gonna watch me.
You got it in Street Fighter. I can tell you that much, but you don't want to come to the dark side.
Man, so we out here. We live, by the way, people.
I see you message me too. Don't worry, I'm gonna be here.
Nah, Rad was the first one in here, bro. How's the guest the first?
Sorry. I had to go do something.
Like I even went to the gym. I did leg day, and I still got here before you, Jamie.
I did the same thing, but listen, I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Listen, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, don't
this man called. You know what?
Shanti was Shanti.
Even I got
Shanti. Yeah, Shanti and Ja Rule, man. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. People act like Ja Rule wasn't that guy.
Didn't Ja Rule do like a really horrible fan festival that like was like just a giant?
Yo, bro, he does have some.
He does. Like it was a whole thing where like people just showed up and they had like a sandwich in a bag.
He got sued for that.
And like he just
got
Fire Festival.
The
Fire Festival or something. Like you just stole everybody's money.
That joke was crazy. I watched somebody's like not live, but it was like they documented the whole trip.
His live tweeting of it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Turned into the show Lost. But
saw a lot of records though.
Yeah, like before 50 Cent came and cleaned them up.
Yeah, watched them. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is 50 Cent like kind of used some of Ja Rule's style on like some of his like loves, like that thug love type stuff, you know?
Yeah, he really did. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we might as well start this shit. Press Start Podcast, episode 36. We back another week, another podcast. Shout out to all the live viewers. Today, I'm going to be giving away a Steam code of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh boy.
The Real Visions. Shout out to the Real Visions. He had an extra code. I gave away one on my Twitch, and he gave me this code to give it to y'all in the podcast. So if you don't have Rise of the Tomb Raider on Steam, tune in towards the end. Just pay attention towards the end of the podcast. I'm going to be throwing it out there. So maybe I'll do a trivia question. I think I should do that, right?
Yeah. I'm down with that.
I should do
what type of jean shorts Kofi got on right now?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm going to be giving away a copy of Rise of the Tomb Raider. So we're going to go ahead and do the introductions. We're going to start it off with Erica.
Hey guys, happy to be here. We're gonna be talking about Cuphead, so I'm excited. Just beat the Queen Bee boss, so I'm feeling myself a little bit.
Took you long enough.
Go.
Hey, I've been busy. I have a life, as some people say.
You're not Canadian. You can't just be playing games all day.
Oh, stop! Don't hit me with PG lines, please. Don't.
But yeah, we got good topics. We got Blame Rand up in here and Jess. So yeah, let's get to it.
We got Alex.
What's up, everybody? Alex here, the man who helps steal all your exclusives. It's so good. Finally get to play Neo at 60 FPS. I'm excited.
Shout out to Neo, man.
Shout out to Neo. Check out the channel.
And we got the Pony Commissioner up in here.
I was in a decent mood, man. I was in a pretty good mood, man. Then I remembered that J-Man beat me in 2K, so I'm not doing no intro. This is the thing. I keep taking L's to people that make YouTube content, and all the people I beat are bums and don't nobody know them, so I can't brag. It's crazy. But what's poppin'?
And we got the champ right now, J-Man.
Oh, what up, everybody? It's J-Man, man. Blackball not here today to tell us, how we not gamers and we don't play shit because we ain't play some 30-year-old ass Nintendo games. I just want to know, Blackball, how many games you done beat this year, man? That's all we want to know.
Out.
Yeah, this is already start. Oh man,
we're gonna keep it ready.
Already?
I'm just saying. Can we get that list,
Really
fam?
starting that way right now.
Can we get that list?
Yeah. I've been waiting for that list. Yeah, I've been waiting. For that list.
Hashtag where the list at, Bond.
Where the list at? Yeah. Matt was getting on man's that we didn't play advanced wars at age 7. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was too busy, playing in the park, playing Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh fiend back then.
Ew.
Think about it.
Oh, I love
you. Were never actually, but then Jack, you're an older man, so I don't know if you're on.
I like
on the
Pokemon
wave.
though. I like Pokemon.
I
ain't for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh man back in the day, fam.
Real talk. You like Beyblade too, huh?
Beyblade.
100.
Oh, y'all used to play the
Beyblade. Really good.
The arena for Christmas.
Yo,
It was
Beyblade.
we didn't have to use pots and pans.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was on Pokemon
my
Wild,
shit, bro.
Real.
What's that other show? Metabots?
Oh no.
You remember that? I don't even know y'all remember that shit, bro. Anyways,
I remember Crossfire. That was a good game.
That's what I was doing at age 7. That's all I really cared about. But anyways, our guest, we have Ran here.
Yo, what is going on? Thanks for having me back on, Kofi. I'm here to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably Cuphead.
Rand's good people, so it's always nice to have him on the podcast.
I did watch Kofi die like 150 times to the clown boss, and
yeah, you did watch me struggle.
Wait a minute, the clown boss?
Oh, he could not do that clown boss.
Okay, let's talk about. Okay, let's
get into it.
You gotta introduce Jez first.
We have to introduce Jez.
Don't do it again, Kofi.
I know. I remember it.
Yo, what's up?
So that clown boss was really good. I like that fight a lot. I died a lot.
Do you want to do your intro?
Yeah, sure, man. What's up? I'm Jez7780 from the Planet Xbox podcast.
Oh shit! What up? What
up, man?
That podcast is dope, man.
Yeah,
I definitely check y'all out weekly, man. What's up?
Thank you.
Shout out to Kid Smooth. Shout out to Gaming Addict. Shout out to all y'all on there doing your thing. All right, so let's get back to this Cuphead because Rad's talking to hella smack. Look. This is how I see Cuphead. It seems like some people do better against some bosses and some people do like worse against others. Like I've seen some people struggle on bosses that I did like on my first try, some bosses that took me 15 minutes to do. And I've seen people take hours, like the Candy Lady. I've seen so many people struggle with that.
She had me a little tight.
Listen. As soon as I switched my gun on the Candy Lady, I beat that bitch in my first attempt, right?
The streams are up, so y'all can't say I'm fraud or lying. The streams are up. The shit didn't even take me that long. Another boss that didn't take me long that I seen people struggle with a little bit was the pirate boss. I did that shit in like 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I did the toads in my first try, which took kids move an hour or 2 hours.
What about the blue blob? Can we talk about that one?
All right.
Can we talk about
the very first boss?
That blue blob is like the hardest, easiest boss I ever played in my life.
Talk like the blue bob, right? Like that's supposed to be the easiest boss, but like I caught a few L's with that. I don't know why.
Struggling.
So it's just weird though. Like it seems like some people have trouble with some bosses and other people's don't. Like it's just weird. It's just weird like that.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different, I guess. Like the dragon boss, like that shit, like had me tight.
That dragon boss can die and go.
He is a bad. Fuck that dragon, man.
The thing about that dragon boss for me was that I knew like everything that was gonna happen, but I was fucking up like on the dumbest stuff. And like when you get hit once on certain bosses, you like I just hit the retry.
The first phase for the dragon boss is actually not that bad. It's the second phase. You what I learned for that? Like the secret is you gotta turn up your headphones and listen, because the fireballs they make a little bit of a noise right before they jump, right?
Yep.
So when they make the noise, you know what I do? I kind of anticipate and just jump. You know what I'm saying? So you get that timing right. But it's crazy. Sometimes they know exactly like where you're gonna land.
The next time they're gonna jump at,
bro, like how did you know I was gonna land on that exact platform? Like shit be having me cheesed, bro.
Shit scripted, man. I'm telling you.
Or the platform's not there when you really need it. Like it's just not there. It's like what happened? Like how does it?
Yeah, man. But and also the last section was pretty annoying too, because if you shot the little fire orbs thing, then it multiplies the shots. Like I don't know. That one took me a little bit.
Quick too.
That one took me a little bit.
I'm trying to beat it on stream only, so I'm just waiting till like every Friday or Saturday to play it.
Oh, okay.
So
anybody unlock that black and white mode?
No.
I got 3 pacifist levels left to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, you got to beat all the running gun levels without killing an enemy, without shooting your gun. You get a P.
So,
Yeah, I gotta try that.
Yeah.
yeah, I still got to beat the game, but it's definitely dope.
What are you
Everyone here has played
World 3.
Cuphead, right? Has
Yeah.
everyone here played Cuphead?
Don't sleep on
I
it.
The Destiny has consumed me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Jez
Destiny
hasn't played it.
2 has consumed me.
Okay.
And
You know,
I
I
didn't
was gonna
like
get it,
Destiny
but-
1. And the Destiny 2 has been pretty hot.
Yeah.
I can't, the more I see about Destiny 2 and the raids and stuff, the more I don't want to play it. Because I got really burnt out on WoW. And I was like, the last thing I want to do is like jump in another raid. Like ever. And like the loot grinding, the things like that, I just can't do anything. Like the treadmill.
It's just the mechanics though. The shooting is just spot on, and it's just fun to shoot stuff. And it's definitely the Halo legendary mechanics in there. And
I think if you get like
that's
if you
what
get like a good set of friends to do it with, and you don't really care about loot, you're just like, oh, let's just have fun.
Yeah, just shoot stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's what it is.
But like the progression to me in that game just feels so off. And like the more I read about it, the more I see about the loot boxes, the in-game like currency.
All right, so
that
back to
stuff like
Cuphead.
that.
We ain't trying to hear about no Destiny.
I ain't trying to hear.
Come on.
So back to Cuphead. Since we all pretty much tried it here except Jez, I just want to quickly go over, our thoughts of the game. Erica, you want to start it off?
Okay. I thought about this, what I was going to say for this part. I want to take this moment to call out the ladies out there. Because the ladies, I haven't been seeing them play this game. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah. Neo, where you at?
I don't know.
Neo don't want no smoke with Cuphead.
I don't know if there's a
Hold on, I thought I saw a lady
Shana.
playing it. His name was Hip Hop Gamer.
Wow.
There you go.
Shots.
Oh my
Dang.
It's like that.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Ouch.
Hey, Red
Play-
just pulled up. All right.
Gauntlet.
Oh, God.
Rand pulled up from Steph Curry land. Jesus
God,
Christ.
He just stole his championship belt.
Like that, right?
But yeah, you guys or ladies, I want to see them streaming this game. I feel like I'm the only one taking one for the team. That's all I'm gonna say is I want to see these ladies step up a little bit. But no, the game is beautiful. It's awesome. The music's awesome. You know me, I love challenging games. I love dying to bosses and learning from my mistakes. It's everything I imagine. So I'm enjoying it a lot. But yeah, rest in peace, hip hop.
Oh my God. All right,
Jeez, man, what are you doing?
Jack, what's your thoughts overall of Cuphead?
It's a dope game, bro. I'm really digging it. Everybody already know about the art style. We ain't gotta touch on that. The music is dope. The bosses are dope. Except for the dragon. The dragon had me reconsidering gaming. He made me look real crazy out in these gaming streets. But other than that, man, I'm fucking with it, bro. The platforming levels, I could have did without those, to be honest. But like, I like how you got.
I've seen a lot of people like trashing them. They're obviously not the highlights.
That's the problem. Like it's a boss rush game, but people wanted levels, and then they got levels.
yeah,
Like,
people
oh,
jack.
But that's the thing, though. The way they was talking about, like, we went to add platformer levels. I thought they were gonna add like some, like, I mean, it's like what?
They're
It's
alright,
current.
they're
ever played
alright. They're not
Contra?
like horrible.
I mean, I could have did without them. They really not needed. I mean, but yeah, they got the coin system, so you do the platform levels to get the coin, shit like that. So I guess it's alright. But it's a cool game, man. I'm fucking with it.
J Main, what's up? I heard you were having some issues with it. Okay, this man bought the game on the Windows 10 store. Can we give this man
That's a L off the top, bro.
Can we give this man an L in the chat? Yo, chat man.
Spam up the L's in the chat, man. I'm gonna take this
some
one.
L's.
They did him wrong too.
Yeah,
They
so,
did him
I'm
wrong.
trying to support. I'm gonna tell you, I'm trying to support the Windows 10 platform. Play anywhere Xbox. Listen, I haven't bought an Xbox game since Gears of War last year. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be the first game I get. I'm gonna support the Windows 10 store. Everybody's like, are you crazy? Windows 10 is on Steam. Everybody's on Steam, and then I'm just like, nah. What happened to the support for Xbox? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been waiting for an Xbox game, and here was my chance to get one. So I already knew it was a bad sign when like 5 minutes after I bought it, it was on sale for like $12 on Steam.
Oh my God.
I'm like, nah, this is a bad sign already. Everybody was like, hold that L already. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. So I played it. I got up to IO2 or World 2, whatever you want to call it. And I took a break, came back, and all my shit was deleted. My whole progress was gone.
Oh,
Everything was gone. Not everything. I'm lying. It was like half of World 1 and all the progress that I made in World 2. So I had to do all that over. And it didn't just happen once. It happened twice. Two times. So I've literally beaten World 1 like 3 times and like World 2 twice. After that, I had enough. I got a refund, and I ended up buying it.
Yo, one thing I would say, Jay, man, Microsoft is A1 with the refunds, bro.
Oh, I swear to God, I thought this chick in the customer service was ready to give me her phone number. She was
Real
like, she's like, "Oh, how was your day going? How was your weekend?" She asked me what I was doing and everything. I'm like, "Oh, there you go. I'm engaged."
Did you tell her, be like, you should check out the Fresh Start podcast every Thursday?
So your boy bought Forza Motorsport 7, right? And it is a good game. 100%, it is a good game, right? But I paid $90 for the game, right?
Yo, what? It's got loot boxes in it. Why would you pay that money?
$90 for the game. I turn on the game, man. I'm doing a race. I'm getting no assist bonus. I'm seeing loot crates. I'm like, maybe I should wait on this shit. So, I hit up Microsoft, called them up. Two seconds, I was on the line with a person, I was like, yo, man, I caught this game. It's not really working well. Can I get a refund? Lady was like, sure. No questions asked. Did it in like literally 3 minutes. This shit was done. I was so impressed.
Wait, did you say you called or you was on the?
I actually called though.
I was at
though.
I was on the chat. You know what I'm saying? The chat back and forth, and it's that easy.
I got a question. Are they not to be rude or anything? Are these jobs outsourced at Microsoft? Because PlayStation customer service, they
shit. Let's keep it a stack. They shit, dog.
Oh, terrible.
You can even do the refund on the on like your purchase history and just do it digitally. Like,
I heard you could do it that way too without calling. But I was at work and I'm like, let me just call because I don't even want this.
The self-service refund is less than 2 weeks, less than 2 hours played. But if it goes over that, you're gonna have to call and try to get it from them.
That's dope though. Like, I was just really impressed with their customer support. It's actually really, really good. People weren't boosted, man.
It's better than Steam's.
So, anyways,
customer support is terrible.
continue, Jay, man.
But I'm definitely feeling the game. It's been nothing but fun. Some of the bosses, like the dragon, definitely had me hot. It was what I've learned is that I am the type of player who I see a lot of people not using the heart power up or whatever, where you get an extra heart.
I never use that.
How would you do that?
Well, because I'm the type of person where I would like to focus on everything else except like if I get hit, I know I'm gonna get hit a lot. So I want that extra heart to be there, even though I'm doing like less damage. I like the whole dodge and everything, learning how to dodge each segment and each pattern. So with the extra heart, it gives me more confidence in that situation. And I use the weapon, the green shit, that like the seeker bullets.
The cheat,
I'm about to start.
Hey, that's a cheat. Hold on.
The cheap weapon. Shout out to all the real dudes who beat the game without using no homing attacks, no boomerang weapons. Jack,
what
you talking about? Hey, that roundabout.
We ain't using Game Shark or nothing. He's in the game. Oh man,
I'm just talking shit, bro.
Yeah. So I like using that weapon, and the platforming levels, they're cool. I like you got to do them to get the coin. So if you want to get the power ups and stuff, you definitely got to go through them. But
the invincibility is a must though. That's a must. Some power.
Which one? You talking about the dash joint?
Nah.
I know what you meant. The super joint.
Yeah, the super. Yeah, that's a must.
Actually, I got that.
I don't like that, to be honest.
I haven't
Later
used
on
that.
the game, World 3, World 4, that shit comes so clutch. It really does.
I've been seeing everybody just use the pea shooter.
Yeah, that's right. I use that in the shotgun. Those are my mains.
The shotgun?
But doesn't that invincibility
Or the spray,
only
the
last,
spray shit. I call it the
last like 2
shotgun, like a
seconds or
spray
something,
weapon.
though? The invincibility, it doesn't last very long, right?
Yeah, but that shit saved my life, especially Rand watched my stream of the last boss. See how that shit saved my life, yo?
I don't like this spray.
I thought you were gonna freak out because I thought he killed you before you beat him. Like you both did it at the same time.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. That was crazy.
Did you use it on that part? The invincibility?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how I was looking at that like over and over. Like, how didn't you die right there?
No, because you know why? Because one of the things were falling on me, right? But it didn't affect me because I just did the super, right?
Right. Yeah.
But another one came down on the platform, and I'm watching like the replay back. I guess you're supposed to parry on the tiers, right, Rand?
Yeah.
You're supposed to parry on the tiers. So I wasn't even paying attention to that, right? So I was just shooting and praying that I kill him in time before the second chip hits me, right? And I guess like it hit me though, and I killed him at the same time. So it was like a draw, but it was crazy. Like I actually finished that stage with 0 health bonus points, which was crazy. Insane.
Damn.
I love how like this game, like it's some bosses where it's so much shit coming at you, you can't pay attention to like one thing at a time. Like you was just talking about the dragon boss where the things are jumping up at you.
Yep.
It's like points on that boss where I wasn't even looking at certain enemy attacks. I'm just like listening to it, and I know once I hear something, I have to jump.
Facts.
But I'm still shooting at the boss's main like section. That shit is crazy.
Wait till you get to the pirate guy. If you think about a lot of shit
There's a
happening,
lot going on.
Yeah, the pirate guy, a lot going on, and it takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not gonna finish this game. That's the funny thing. A lot of people are not gonna finish this game.
Oh, I am. I love it. I'm gonna have it done by.
I think I saw that only like 4% have beat it on Steam so far.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Randall, what's your thoughts? Like just overall, you finished the game as well. I know you're trying to beat the game on expert as well. You want to give us?
Yeah, I really enjoy the game, man. It's been a while since there's been one of these. It's an expertly made game, expertly controlled. I do kind of find that like the discussion, like I don't know if you saw the Polygon article today. It was like, well, maybe this game should have the skip boss battle mode and stuff. And
Yo, what the fuck?
I just want to see the bosses. And, like, oh my
I just want
god,
to enjoy the art style. And
I just want to look around at the art and not have to fight anything.
Let me tell you something. I got triggered, like real triggered when I read that Rock Paper Shotgun article.
I was like,
I
all right,
that was real triggered. They would no, yeah. He was like Ubisoft created a what is it, like a free roam mode for Assassin's
Explorer
Creed
mode or something.
Yeah, and then the guy was like, why can't we just have like a skip boss button? And it's like, because it's not a video game, it's a movie.
Yeah. And Assassin's Creed did that, like for the museum and for the history. Like that's what it is. Like this Cuphead's not going to do that. Like,
and people are like, oh, but I got hoodwinked by Cuphead because it's so hard, but it looks so cartoony. It's like that's what video games were back in the 80s and 90s. They were actually hard.
Aren't most of these journalists, weren't they kids in the 80s and 90s? Like,
no,
aren't
they're like
this?
25, 26 at the most. They're like born in like the early 2000s, probably.
That's crazy.
Around,
or like late 90s.
So around what else?
I mean, what else can you say about this? It's like it's a great game. My only real issue is with I didn't really think like the overworld really did much. Like there's not much to do. I mean, it's cool, but like there's nothing really there to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just kind of tie the levels together.
Yeah.
And geez, that casino level, oh my god, like dude, I hit that start over thing 3 times. Damn. And that's when I turned my system off. I'm like, it's one thing.
It's hard.
It's one thing to like expect you to get good, which is what the whole game is about, right? Overcome the boss, like see its patterns, and rise up to the challenge and beat it. It's another thing to be like, you accidentally hit the wrong dice and you start over from the beginning. Then at that point, I felt it was like disrespecting my time. So I'm like, I've had enough of this. But like with anything, if you do it long enough, you'll get good. So like, I went back and beat it on A without any difficulty, and then I'm trying to beat it on expert, without any cheats, No
remorse.
I mean, come on, dude. How do you cheat on these video games, man? I mean, look, and it's one thing, like, if you want to play how you want to play, whatever, but, like, reviews?
Yeah.
Can't be doing that.
We're gonna get to that. Let's hear Alex's thoughts before we get into the next topic, which is cheating in games.
Cuphead is a 9 out of 10 with a bicep flex seal of approval. Go play it. It's a good game. It's an actual video game.
Is it better than Ruiner?
Ooh, that's a tough call. So I love Ruiner and I love Cuphead. I think they're both in the same ballpark. I think they're both the same right now. In the spots where I am, I just love the fact that Ruiner is so fast. It's way faster than Cuphead. But I
think Ruiner might be harder on hard than Cuphead.
I am playing it on hard right now, and Ruiner just has this. Ruiner's just got this style. It like oozes just cyberpunk. Like Jack would like this game. Jack would like Ruiner.
I probably would like it. I ain't trying to play them all hard.
It's got this like anime Blade Runner, like weird cyberpunk. Like the guy, you don't see the guy's face; it's just a screen. So every time you like answer a question in a story plot, his screen changes to like it'll say like no file or like we were never friends or like it's like this emo goth cyberpunk thing, and it's got this crazy beat to it. and it's got this like these like, you ever see the anime Akira?
No.
Oh, you guys are too young. So it's got this like motorcycle scene where it's like all this old SNES style where it's like the background moves one speed, then the foreground moves a little bit a different speed while you're on the motorcycle, like old SNES kind of like movement. Really cool stuff. That game is sickly good. But they're both awesome games.
Wait, Alex, you beat Cuphead already?
No, I've been playing Ruiner more than Cuphead.
Wait, so like my man Zach said, how you giving it a 9 out of 10?
They're calling you out in the chat.
Oh,
They roasting you in the chat, bro. You got bagged.
And how are you gonna call Uncharted?
Maybe from what he's played so far, what he's saying.
Cuphead is a 9 out of 10 because it's an actual video game. It's not a movie like Uncharted.
whoa.
Damn.
His head take a
How's
shot.
that? How's that? It's not 40 minutes of cutscenes.
Uncharted was pretty damn good.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna start this. We already know how this guy.
Yeah, how about that? It's not a what do they call it? It's not a
Climbing
pop-up,
simulator.
a pop-up and shoot simulator.
We ain't even gonna start. All right, let's talk about this.
All right,
Let's talk about this.
It's not a shooting gallery game. It's an actual game.
All right, no.
All right, Alex. All right.
Let's talk about this cheating in games, cause this topic was sparked by the one and only. You know, he's been a guest on this podcast probably once or twice. Hip Hop Gamer. Cool dude, cool guy, very happy guy. So basically, he was streaming Cuphead, right? And I actually popped up in that stream, right? And I was watching him. He was on one of the running gun levels, and I seen this man get hit like 8-9 times. I'm like, what's going on, yo? Like, did he unlock something that I didn't unlock? At that point, I wasn't that far yet. I think he was in World 3 probably. I'm like, did he unlock something? Like, how's he getting hit? Like, can you have that much lives in this game? And I asked him in the chat. I'm like, yo, how you get hit so much? Then he actually said on stream, yo, Kofi, what's up? I can't remember. Yo, Kofi, what's up?
Hot 97.
Hot 97. Yo, Kofi, what's up? It's cheats, bro. So I'm like, oh, I see. I'm like, damn. So we're gonna get into this. I want to hear Rand's thoughts about cheating in a single player game. Is it ever okay, or is it just not acceptable at all?
Cheating in a single player game. I think it's fine as long as it doesn't impact others in any way. Like if I cheat in my game and it doesn't impact your enjoyment, then that's one thing. Of course, I might have a different perspective because I dealt with gamer score cheaters. So like I kind of don't like people cheating the system. But like if Alex wants to cheat in Ruiner and beat the game on hard, that's he's not doing damage to anybody else. Of course, if it then comes online and says, dude, I'm the best because I beat it on hard, but doesn't tell anybody he cheated, well, then there's a problem there. Now, with hip hop, I don't necessarily have an issue with him cheating the game, but he is playing it for review. Like, the whole point of the game is the difficulty factor, and you kind of bypass that by cheating. And it's also, I don't even know if you should really cheat on stream. I mean, what's the whole point then? So, like, I guess my stance is like, as long as it doesn't really impact like anybody else, then I'm perfectly fine with it. But I hate people who brag about stuff, but then like
faking it, Yeah, that's like a whole different story. That's a whole different story, like fake it. All right, so I was actually having this discussion with Rand before everybody jumped in, and this is how I see it. Look, if you're a game journalist, if you're a YouTuber, and you're reviewing a game, I think you shouldn't beat the game with cheats. That's how I personally feel. You know what I'm saying? If you want to give a real good opinion, you need to play the game properly the way it was intended to, especially if the cheat is not provided by the developers. I feel like that makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? It's not like an in-game cheat. It's not like GTA where you go up, down, left. You know what I'm saying? To get like weapons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's an actual hack. I feel like as a journalist, as a YouTuber, that you're trying to inform and teach people about a game, you shouldn't do that. That's my personal opinion. But yo, if you're just an average person, like a casual person, and you want to do like a money cheat in like a game like Sims, I don't see no problem with that personally. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no issue with that. You know what I'm saying? But as for you being like a game journalist to teach people about the game, I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think you're supposed to play the game properly. Jack, what's your thoughts?
Is it to me personally, as far as single player game? First of all, online games cheating is a no.
Yeah, that's a no. Absolutely no.
When it comes to single player games, say for instance, right on The Last of Us, if you want to play after you beat The Last of Us, if you want to play it on its hardest difficulty, you got to play a difficulty under that. But it's a workaround to where you can just unlock the difficulty if you finagle it, right? I don't consider that cheating, but some people do. So shit like that, I don't have no issue with that. What Hip Hop Gamer did, he's a bum. He needs to be ashamed of himself.
Oh no.
He should never. He can't speak on games, bro. Like you cannot talk about Cuphead and be like, "Oh, that boss wasn't that difficult. This is what I did." Like, bro, you could not die, my
that's
nigga.
The issue. Yeah, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because he talks about the games and he makes reviews for the games, and he's a journalist. That's the issue. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
if you look, honestly, look, if you had like a brother or a little brother and you put a cheating Cuphead to never die, Jack, would you feel a type of way? He doesn't make YouTube videos. You know, he's just playing it for fun. Like, who cares, right? Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At that point, who cares? Once you're actually, trying to, like, you're in the media, then I feel like it's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
It's his job, right? He needs to be able to play the game properly, play the game professionally, and be able to provide a consensual idea of like what the game is about. If he can't beat the game and he's using cheats and he says this is a hard game, he's not telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
He's lying at his job. And what happens when you lie at your job? You're not good at it. You get canned. Doesn't matter what you do, right? If you can't do your job, you shouldn't be doing it. Just like all these game journalists that are like, Cuphead's too hard. Well, then you shouldn't be in this job. Get another job.
Jez, what do you think? We haven't heard from you.
Yeah, so a lot of questions. I didn't see his stream, but was he reviewing it in there, or was he just playing it?
It said review in the title.
Oh yeah, that's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Take away that belt.
I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't even know it said review the title. That's crazy.
This is what happened. He had that live review and he was playing it normally. There was no cheat or anything, but he was getting, his butt handed to him. So the next time he came back live, then the cheat was on.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, so Jeff, what's your thoughts on that?
No, it went black screen and then he came back and it was like, oh,
it was like the next day or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if you're a journalist, like, and you're doing it for review, and you have a base that follows you, and they depend on your impressions of the game, and you're reviewing it, you have early access, you get invited to events, and you're a kind of a public figure in that kind of realm, you definitely should not be utilizing cheats to kind of just prolong your gameplay or just give false impressions of a game. And but however, in your own house, you want to do whatever you want that might extend the life. You might get frustrated on level 3 and you say, hey, I'm going to put this cheat code in or whatever like that and extend, say, I'm going to stick with the game. You can do whatever you want. But if you have, you're definitely going to have a little asterisk next to your critique of the game doing that. And, and the fact that you're not forthcoming about that and you just like see it on a stream, it's not genuine. And, it's definitely not something that you want to get his impression on.
Yeah. Like I said, like the whole like cheating in the single player experience, I don't give a shit how you play your game. You know what I'm saying? When you're at home doing your own thing, I don't really give a shit. Once you're doing reviews, you're giving impressions to people and talking about the game, then I feel like you should play it properly so you can give like a honest, impressions of the game.
But like Rand said, as far as like achievements and stuff like that, cheating on a single player game, depending on the extent of it, it shouldn't be done at all. To be honest,
I'm talking about. Are we talking about hacks here? Are we talking about hacks here or like game codes? Like, what are you talking about?
Like, okay, if it's a certain way, like, oh, this trophy will unlock if you start this mode, but it's not supposed to unlock like that. I don't have an issue with that. But like, if you hack and save files or you doing some crazy shit to get these trophies on your achievements, I can't condone that, bro.
Yeah, because nowadays we have achievements, so people probably could hack achievements and shit like fake, and what's not good either.
Sure
I could see your issue of saying cheating in single player is bad too, right? For people like Rand, who take pride in their gamer score and stuff like that, and there's some people out there maybe cheating for it. I don't know. Some shit like that. I don't know.
They definitely are.
Gamer score. I don't even know. I haven't even heard about that.
I mean, like y'all been saying, like cheating as a as a journalist or a reviewer. Yeah, you can't give an accurate representation of a game if you're cheating through it. You know what I'm saying? That's just not possible.
Yeah.
When it comes to like single player, like of course we probably all, like you said, Kofi used to use GTA cheat codes and stuff like that.
I can't even lie. I'm not gonna fraud you.
Everybody, that's not really.
Empires. I use cheats. I use.
Cheat though. Like I don't like cheat codes is not cheating to me. Like,
Yeah, but
when I play Sims 4, I use that money cheat because I want to build up my crib, like fly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go to work and waste time.
But that's actually programmed into the game, though. Like,
what I learned, real quick, Jack. You know what I learned? That shit actually spoils the game for you. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you guys a story. Have you guys heard about a game called Simpsons Tap Out?
oh yeah, of course.
Right? That was a hot game when it dropped, right? And you know the whole premise of the game. You build something, then you gotta wait actual real time, right? You gotta wait real time before you can, progress in the game. You know what I'm saying? Or you could buy microtransactions, donuts, or some shit, right? You could buy donuts to speed shit up, right? So my phone was jailbroken. I'm like, yo, I ain't finna wait. I want to build my town. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna wait. So what's it called? I did the donuts shit, like to get a lot of donuts, right? Then once I built everything, I was done with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was done. So it kind of ruined the fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of ruined the whole experience and the whole fun for me. So
yeah, that's what I was like getting to, because even as a child or a kid, when I used to play GTA, I never did any main missions when I had cheat codes on. It was just to fuck the city up. 5, 6 stars and survive for mad long and stuff like that. But when I did the main missions, I turned all that off and just had, what I had. Even if it was that case today, I would use a separate account if I'm going to use cheat codes. I'm not going to review a game unless I beat it legitly. So, it's just some fuck shit. I didn't even know. I think he said he had cheats on Bloodborne or some shit like that too.
I didn't even know. He had a whole list.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that you can use. It's really bad. Like Cheat Engine is like really pernicious. It's like everywhere.
Yeah, I thought Game Shark died in like the early 2000s.
What's just a game if you gonna do that?
Shark, man.
Game Shark.
What about the hotline, man? You got to call up the hotline.
I don't even know about
$3.99 a minute. You got to call up a hotline for like $3.99 a minute to get some codes or some.
What is that like a?
That was like Nintendo
hotline.
Nintendo hotline.
Yeah, Nintendo hotline. Yeah, for like tips and stuff. Yeah,
but you know what's crazy though? Like, cheats in games actually are pretty extinct nowadays, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back in the Xbox, PS2 era, like it's not even like you had to go and do like Jack was saying, like edit files or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But like developers used to like provide bare cheats in most games, like back in the Xbox PS2 era. I lie though.
Well,
nowadays not like that anymore though.
Well, back then, cheats was more like for a fun factor. You know what I mean? Like J-Man was saying, you would do it to like fuck up a city in GTA or something like that. But now people using cheats to actually pretend like they playing games. Like,
journalists.
Like GoldenEye had like big-headed mode, stuff like that.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat had bare cheats too. Like that franchise. Yeah, so
I think a lot of journalists. I think it has to do a lot with speed. Like everybody wants to be first, and I think to like get their content out there. And I think reviewers and stuff like that were much more genuine when they had to wait for a published magazine that came out once a month. When now you can just tweet out a review and here's my impressions and get 1,000 likes or
that's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah, they are on a lot of time constraints. So
yeah.
It makes
that's
sense.
why a lot of these guys beat games probably on easy.
Definitely.
I think they get press kits, don't they? Like I don't review games.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Kind of like
I've seen some of the press kits. Some of them are pretty interesting.
But
it's like
when
a gaming guy.
When you're a gaming journalist, though, and you get a review code, which is gonna come out before the game 9 times out of 10, and that's literally your job. Should your monkey ass take the time to play the game and actually?
Just like how people slack off in their real jobs, maybe spend extra time on their lunch break, or
or they just suck
in every industry. There's lazy niggas, bro.
I see that, but still,
to be fair on Cuphead. They did give they didn't give people a lot of time. The codes went out on Wednesday, and review was Friday morning.
I beat it.
I mean, for a hard game. I mean, I'm just saying, like they could have given people.
That's a hard game to beat in a day.
So it's like, I mean, you saw the Shadow of War reviews went up today. I was kind of interested in seeing like how long ago they got the codes for that game.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Game.
So Bethesda's notorious for not giving anybody review copies until the day of.
Yeah, Wolfenstein.
You know,
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
It's definitely hard. Like since I'm not in the job, right? So I can't really talk too much shit about it because I don't know the ins and out of the whole being a game journalist, getting review copies. You know,
There's
like,
a
I can't talk too much
solution,
shit
though.
about it because I'm not in it.
I mean, imagine if your job was you work for one of these companies and your job is to write an article and has to get views, right? So your editor hands you a code for The Evil Within 2, and you get it the day of. And it's like he's breathing down your neck. You need to finish that game. I need that review as soon as possible because we need to
Yeah,
get
it
the
must
hits
be
on the
tough,
website.
yeah.
So
Yep.
now you're running through the game as fast as you possibly can, taking as many shortcuts as you can because you have your boss telling you you better have this game up tomorrow. I want that review written by tomorrow, and that's how that kind of impacts those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see I can see
It's
the
pretty
problem
unfair.
too.
Well, I got
For
a
not
question
just
then.
them, but the viewers too. It's unfair.
Yeah,
Y'all
too
think
fast.
them DJs was like fucking threatening hip hop to have a review of Cuphead out? So, I'm
I can't
gonna
see
go spin
that,
these records
but-
at a game. Okay.
Ebro at
Let's go
Hot
with
97
belts.
was breathing down his neck.
Yep.
and shit.
Like, we'll take that belt away.
yeah, I doubt it. Yeah.
But
Guys
I'm
in
with
the
you guys
bell, I'm
though.
dying.
As far as being on your own, you're doing your own thing. You're not a journalist. Have at it. Do whatever you want. But when you're speaking to a big, a group of people, and you're trying to give your opinion, it's unfair to them. I that's the way I see it. It's
Yeah.
it's a
I feel like that
disservice.
too.
Because
feel
I
like
did
that.
watch him play for a minute, and he was like going on about, oh, this game is so hard, it's amazing, it's this and that, and I'm just like, dude, you don't even die. You can't even see the ins and outs of how this game is even working because you don't die, you don't learn, you don't, you know what I mean? You can't give the
Yeah, you're not getting.
experience to someone like us who is not playing the same way as him. So
Right.
it's yeah, to me, it's just a total disservice.
That
to-
game is so real. Shout out to
everybody.
Kid Smooth. He almost died on screen.
Oh my
Yeah, that
God.
shit was
Exactly.
funny,
Funniest
bro.
shit I've ever seen.
Oh
Dude, he
my
was saying all
God,
kinds of
dog.
stuff like I was dropped on my head as a child. Like,
The stream
He
reactors,
choked on
bro.
the-
That had me rolling.
Yeah, he choked on his coffee and he like left the screen and he was on the
Dog, I
floor.
seen
Like,
that. I almost
Oh,
died myself.
oh,
Like, I was
man.
laughing and shit.
I was like, this shit's real, man. This game's hard.
He almost got his ass beat on stream by his girlfriend too.
I
I
didn't see
saw
that.
that. I
Oh
saw
my
that.
God. He did
Didn't
some
he
freak
kick
out
his- He
shit.
kicked something and hurt his foot or something.
Yeah, like he's like,
I saw
girl,
a tweet
you
where he was
up?
like, didn't he have a tweet where he said something like, "Oh, Cuphead isn't make me question whether I should play games anymore" or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you doing, bro?"
Yo,
It's just like-
yo,
like, go play
honestly,
Contra.
look, listen. If Kid Smooth finishes that game, I have to give him props. Even if it takes him a month, 2 months, if he if he finish it, I'm gonna give him props. I'm gonna
He
give
ain't
him
finished
Was
that.
this movie playing Dark Souls 3 at one
I don't
time
think
too?
he can do it. That's my person. I ain't trying to talk shit, but I don't think he can do it though. I'd be impressed if he could, though.
Oh, you go bet. We
Oh,
got.
I should do a bet with him.
You gotta do a
No,
time limit,
we had Hard 8, man. They're doing the freaking.
Nah, I should do a
like-
bet
it
with
was like a
Smooth,
fucking
'cause
casino. At
it
the
looks
end
like
of
yo,
the
Smooth
podcast.
just be blessing everybody, bro. He just be blessing everybody. I'm trying to get blessed too, bro. Smooth.
You on the console?
That's a
I'll
motherfucker.
ask Smooth.
Yes. Yeah, Smooth. Holla at me, dog. Let's make a Cuphead bet, dog.
You
Please
imagine
don't.
if the unthinkable happens though, and Smooth wins though, and Bond's got to buy
That's
him
crazy.
something.
Oh man, everybody owes them. Everybody owes
That's
them.
crazy.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
press a Smooth.
Smooth
Dude,
might be
can
like
you imagine what
136
Smooth would be like on Weapon Wheel if Xbox won November and December?
Oh, he-
man.
yo,
he
he
already
would
gave
be
us that bet.
Yeah, he'll show up with a gold grill on.
Yeah, he already gave up, man.
Yeah, he already gave up. He already agreed to pay.
What an idiot, dog. Why would you do
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, he didn't even let it. He didn't even
Just
let
write
it.
it through.
You should have just waited.
Just wait.
You never know.
Come on.
You never
Yeah,
know.
It was
Over
costing.
to
It
the
was
fat
costing.
lady sinks.
It was the Mario. The
Mario bundle got him shook. Like I would have waited. Like why would
The
you?
Mario bundle comes out in October though, so you know.
Yep.
I know. I would have conceded. I would have
He
waited.
already gave up the
You
bet.
might as well wait. What the hell? That don't even make
You know,
no sense.
because he weight watched, and the Xbox will win, and he'll.
That shit's gonna be fun,
Oh, that's
bro.
gonna be a double L. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a huge L, bro. Because he bought. That means he bought the Switch and Xbox One. Oh my god, that's
Yeah, not to hijack this podcast, but on the end of the Planet Xbox, I was like, please stop it. Don't do it anymore. Smooth.
Stop making business bets, please.
You're like Eddie Mush from the Goodfellas. Like, just don't look at him. You're jinx. And then the bet happened, and I'm like, oh goodness.
So
Yeah.
when actually happened? Because I didn't listen to the end. I didn't.
Oh
know.
yeah, about I think for an Xbox One X.
Oh no! I told
did
him
he
in the
bet?
chat.
What did he
I said,
bet?
don't
Wait,
do
he's
anything.
betting for an Xbox One X.
Why did he?
I think so. I think so. I forgot what it was now. I forgot what the hell.
Oh,
it was.
about
Does it
Hard 8.
involve
I mean, Hard 8 beating Cuphead. I mean, the first.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, they're coming up with the
2 hours. Or something?
Yes, yeah, 2 hours.
Oh, they actually made that bet? Oh no.
Wait. Are they being Cuphead in what? In
Like the first 2 worlds in 2 hours or something like that.
Like you get like something like that, yeah.
in
Oh.
2
Okay, I
hours?
thought you
I
meant
did
the
the
first
first. I did the
island.
first world under an hour.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
fast.
That's what I would say. That's mad.
I did the first world under an hour.
Yeah, the first world you can beat pretty fast. The
Yeah.
second world, that dragon.
Second world, yeah, I don't know about that.
the-
I probably put like an hour and a
There's
half.
too
on
much.
that
There's too
track.
much bosses and too much to remember. Like this guy has to go study then if he wants to actually win. He has to go and watch maybe my stream. You know, a real
Like if he wants a video,
Real
he
beast.
might be able to do it.
This guy Kofi.
a real beast play the game. you
But
know
would that be
what I'm saying?
cheating if you watch somebody else
Yeah,
play?
that's
it?
cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yo,
I think
wait,
so.
look, this
nah,
is
'cause
what's
you still
gonna
gotta do
happen.
it.
I was telling
You still gotta
David
do
this. Look, a lot of people are gonna watch people's streams and come out and beat Cuphead, like do these bosses easier after watching people struggle on stream for hours. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
memorize
I would
everything.
agree with that, but the patterns, even though like each segment is the same or throughout everybody's game, they switch up what they do within those
What-
segments. So
They do.
you're not going to be able to mimic things like one for one. You're gonna
but
it's
you
gonna
can-
throw
With
a
certain
curve.
bosses, they don't bring out the same attack. You know,
When you
every
think it's
single time
coming.
you restart. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the candy lady, for example. Like she has the 4 people she brings out, right?
Yeah.
But it could be in different order every time.
But,
Yo, I
but if you
love
got the idea of the weapon you need to use, it is gonna
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
easy.
but yeah, exactly. But I'm saying if you watch enough of it, maybe that's why I did the Toad boss on my first try, because I did
Watch
tune
his
in at
stuff.
work. I did tune in at work and watch Kid Smooth struggle for like 30 minutes. And I paid attention because some of us gamers can actually learn from our mistakes and know what to do and shit
And
like
then
that.
someone
You
in
know,
the
so
chat
I paid
said-
attention. And I watched the shit. Then when I came home and I tried it for myself, I did it on my first try.
That's what I'm saying. See?
Dang.
Exactly.
Well, someone in
So-
the chat,
yeah.
Ravenflow, he says hands-on experience is different, and it is because I
It's true.
remember
That's true too.
I watched you, Kofi. You were playing against who was it? I can't remember what boss it was, and it looked easy to me. I think it was the Egypt level, the Jimmy or whatever. I was like, oh, that looks pretty easy. And then I got on it and I was like, no, it's like a lot to look
You
at.
know
a lot
why?
to
Because
handle. It's different.
everybody's different in terms of
very
their
different.
reflexes and and their skills like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. True.
Someone probably could look at it and understand it, but maybe they are just not good.
I mean,
like
You got to get the feel of it, but like I said, man, if you know which weapons to go in with off the rip, or you seen somebody beat it before, you gonna be know what to look for.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I don't watch. That's why I watch Erica play the pirate boss. I kind of regret that now because I don't really like knowing like, oh, I need to do this. I'm looking for that.
That's facts.
You know what
Look, Brandon was clowning on me a little bit for the balloon boss, right? Because I was just using the regular gun, but in that particular stage, I swear the spray weapon, the red gun, is the best weapon you can use for that.
Yeah.
The best
The
weapon.
game
you
actually makes
I see
you
that.
switch up on certain.
So
they don't,
if
they
it
don't
wasn't for,
force you.
if it wasn't for Rand,
sense.
actually throwing that tip, I probably would have been trying to still use that gun because I was actually determined to beat the game with the regular, pistol gun. I was determined, but shit wasn't working, dog. So I had to go and cop that. Once I did that, though, it didn't take me very long to finish it. It didn't take me very long to finish it at all.
And you were having a bit that the snake boss, the devil, where it come from the side of the screen. You're like, how do I beat this? Like I always get hit.
So you give me the tip. You see, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you watch somebody, it definitely helps. It definitely helps because you know what to look for. That's my point.
That's true. You'll know what
Like
to
the
expect.
pattern recognitions too.
Yeah.
It don't mean
Yeah.
you can do it yourself, but it's gonna help you though.
Because a lot
Yeah,
of
it
us
does help. Yeah.
we didn't know what to expect, especially like the last phase. We're like, we don't even know what's coming, and then we're dead before we could even see it. But these other
Yep.
people watching, they already know. Okay,
Yeah,
this
they already
this is gonna
And
happen.
especially the bosses have different phases to them. So like I was
Yeah.
watching like the candy girl, and then all of a sudden like the house came at you, and it was like the tongue was coming out of the the entrance and stuff, and the phases of it too by screen.
Y'all consider watching shit cheating for
It
help?
depends.
I don't
No,
know about
it's not really-
cheating.
like,
More
okay,
of
but
an
like for help?
advantage. You have an advantage.
Okay, like have you played it before? Have you failed on it? You're like, this is frustrating. What am I doing wrong? Then you go look for it.
That's not cheating. That's not cheating.
That's not cheating. That's some games just don't convey information well.
Right.
Like it just depends on the game. Like if you watch somebody play Uncharted Phone Crushing and you seeing how they do it, I really wouldn't consider that cheating because you got to go do that. But like Cuphead, like I said, I really don't consider that cheating either. But you gonna have an advantage.
So if it's a game like The Witness, which is more like puzzles, if you like going to watch somebody do that and then go back and do it, it's like that's the only thing you have to do in that game.
Yeah, how about that,
Like
Jack?
cheating.
So you know how Uncharted has like puzzles and stuff. So you're struggling. Look, you're struggling on this puzzle, right? So you go on YouTube, you watch exactly how the person did it, and you do it on your first time. Did I just cheat to get past?
I got a rule with puzzles. My thing about puzzles is you should at least try until you just know for a fact it ain't no solving this. I'm not gonna be able to progress until I look this shit up. Like if you stuck on it like a long ass time, yeah, go look it up. Like fuck it. But some people watch it off the rip. Like okay, do this. Like you shouldn't even play the game at that point. Like what are you doing?
So I wonder what the people in the chat think. With a puzzle, do you guys think that's cheating? Like going to watch how to complete the puzzle in advance? Do you guys think that's cheating?
What about buying a gaming guide? Like that's
I don't think gaming guides cheat.
Well, gaming guides will tell you to cut the actual puzzle and stuff like that.
I mean, if you read it before you do it and even attempt it, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
I could see how that's cheating and it's not cheating. Like I could see both sides, really. You know what I'm saying? I could see both sides.
It just depends on the situation. Like Jack said, if you do it right off the rip, you don't even try. It's like that's
kind of a cheat. Yeah, you have to hack the game to cheat, really. But like,
but then if you go on YouTube or something, and go, that was easy. Those puzzles weren't hard. Like, that's totally
yeah, it's kind of the same shit, right?
That's
the same shit, right?
That's if you could just do it in your own home and not deal with it, then fine. I don't care what the hell you do. But you come on there and go, those puzzles weren't hard and stuff like that. That game's not hard. And you like. Come on.
I think a lot of people in this community do that too. They use guys, they look up shit, and then they be talking trash about other people that can't solve it.
Yeah.
I'll be an absolute fraud if I say I didn't like
look up puzzles,
search up something, or I've searched up a puzzle in the past. That's a complete lie. And I'm pretty sure every one of us here has probably searched up something that they've been stuck on.
Dark Souls 3.
No, when I was playing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, there was like one part where I was like, where the hell do I even go? Because this game doesn't have a map.
But the thing is, but like what Jack said, like if I'm gonna look up something that I'm completely stuck at, I've definitely tried it like so much times to the point that like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've tried it enough times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would just know you ain't gonna solve it. Like you can't get it.
Yeah, if the game doesn't convey the message of what to even do, sometimes you just have to look it up. What can you do? You'll be stuck forever. Yeah.
I don't think no one here is in the chat's gonna say I never looked up a puzzle or maybe a secret in the game to get this. That's kind of
people that say that are fucking liars, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we all have done that.
For a while, I'm like, I can't figure this out. Like,
some people probably do it more than others, but like I think we all, if you have played a lot of games, you probably have done it before. You know,
I've never looked up like strategies to beat. Like most of the stuff I ever looked up was for how to maybe get an achievement in a certain place or collectible guides. Like, here's this game's got 100 collectibles. Okay, I'll have a guide for that. But I never like use guides to how do I beat this boss or how do I beat this section or beat the game. It was always like guides for achievements and stuff.
You know, like in look, I know people are gonna laugh, but even in Pokemon, you know how to collect like legendary shit or find certain kind of Pokemon. Like sometimes I would like have to like do some research. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to do that.
I don't consider that.
You know what I'm saying?
I think with a lot of people, it's like if you couldn't beat the game without looking that thing up, they might consider that cheating. Because if you stuck on a puzzle in Uncharted. Then if you couldn't look it up, what happened?
I said, if you stuck on a puzzle in a chart, you might just be like mentally retarded. Them joints ain't that hard, bro.
Yeah, they ain't stupid. They ain't stupid hard. You know, like that's probably a bad example that we're picking. There's like games with puzzles that are actually
The Witness
challenging.
is all puzzles.
Like, okay. Yeah, like a game like Fez or some shit like that. I could see somebody looking up. I had to look up a lot of shit in that game because they made up a fucking alphabet and tell you how to read it. So I'm like, bro,
it was confusing at times.
It really was.
But yeah, for boss fights, no, I don't. I think if you watch a boss fight, then you go and play it. You still got to execute that boss fight, unless you're a hip hop gamer. But you got to still press the buttons. You still got to react. You still got to work it. You know. So to me, no. But puzzles,
I think we all definitely
you might have an argument. Yeah. Maybe
we all definitely could agree that watching somebody play definitely does help. Because you definitely get tips from watching and seeing what to do instead of going in blind. Right, going in blind is obviously the toughest challenge. Right. Because you don't know shit. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. I want to talk about loot crates. Oh god.
Oh man.
Ran, man. Forza Motorsport 7 has been under a lot of attack because of its loot crates. You want to talk about it a little bit? Give your 2 cents?
Sure. Like, so I just did a video a little bit ago where they reverse course on the VIP stuff. I don't know if you guys saw that or not.
Yeah, so
yeah, I did.
Yeah. So like originally the store description for VIP said that, you know, it didn't really say anything different than normal. People assumed you get the 2 times
like Forza Horizon, right?
Yeah, like Horizon and Motorsport 6, but then they stealth edited after the game came out or the Ultimate Edition came out and said it would
only
be
with 20, right? Or some shit.
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah, they snake. We have to keep it 100. They snake.
Oh yeah, they yeah. So today they came out, or a couple days ago, like yesterday, they're like, hey, you know, we're gonna be 100% honest moving forward or whatever. And because of this, we're going to give everybody 1 million credits for cool cars, and we're going to make sure that the VIP is 2 times. But like, I'm not sure that was the issue people have with the game. That the issue people seem to have with the game is the loot boxes and how like built into the game it actually is.
It's huge. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's for modification.
It's a racing game, dog. Like, why is that even in there? Like, whose idea is to think of shit like this?
I don't know. Vince McMahon's, Shane McMahon, money.
Jeez.
I mean, look, and I haven't played that much of it, but the loot boxes really don't bother me that much. What bothers me is the car collecting stuff, right? The idea that I could, if I want a car, and say it's a really expensive car and it's 5 million credits, I can't buy that car if I wanted to, because I have to buy other cars in the tier first to level up my car collector.
I seen some shit like that.
Yeah.
I seen some
shit. To me, that's more egregious than the loot boxes, because it's like in all the other games, it's like, okay, if I want to save up and I want to buy, you know, the cover car, so to speak, in each one of those games, like I do a bunch of races, I have enough money, I'm going to buy that car.
Yeah.
This one, say the cover car is a tier 6 car. Well, now you have to go buy a bunch of tier 1 cars to unlock tier 2, then buy a bunch of tier 2 cars to unlock tier 3. So now they're making you buy worthless cars or the cars that you don't want to increase a rank, and you want to get through that as fast as possible. So the only way to do that is to actually interact with the loot boxes to get the mods that increase the payouts. So then you can use those mods, earn more credits to then go back to the loot boxes and spend your money to try to get more. I
sound crazy.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
Like I was really looking forward to the game. Like, I actually really do like Forza. Once I actually bought the game before I refunded it and shit, like it gave me the ultimate tier right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I actually play a lot of Forza, but like just a lot of things going on in the game was a little discouraging to me though. Like,
yeah, I mean, at least as of now, you can't buy it. You can't buy the tokens with real money, although that's coming later. I was reading some reviews for Shadow of War, and they did say that you don't need to use it. I think this one's a little more screwed up. You don't need to use it. You don't need to use it for the campaign. However, they locked the true ending of the game
in loot crates
in the Act 4 after this main story concludes, and it's like this thing called like the Shadow War, and you pretty much have to use the loot crates to get through that in a good amount of time to then get the true ending. So they essentially locked the true ending to a game behind a mode built for the loot crates.
You know, don't buy Shadow of War. Like, just don't buy that
crazy. And I'm actually really looking forward to that game. Like, I'm honestly like I'm feeling like that. You know that snip where he's like the crack man. I'm feeling like that for the Shadow War. I'm just
no, don't, because you know what's gonna happen, Kofi. You're gonna play. You're gonna be like, yo, this game's good, and then you're gonna get hit with those loot boxes, and it's just it is as egregious as the 2K games where they were like, here's the $99 best value for all the coins that you can get. If I'm paying $60, I don't expect that in my game. If it's a free to play game, then I expect free to play mechanics. This is not a free to play game. I'm giving you $60.
Just wait a year. It'll be free to play next
year. You should get the full game. If I'm giving you the full $60,
so Zach in the chat, one of my mods says GameSpot reviewer said he had to farm 30 extra hours. Oh my god, just to get that.
You might let it go buy them loot boxes, man. There you go.
And the completion is, so I would want to see that, But like just hearing that makes me like, man,
Yeah, this is discouraging me
doesn't
big
that
time.
loot box break the nemesis system? Because the whole point of the first one was that you build a rivalry, then you attack the ghoul, and then he'll drop like loot for you, and that was random. And now you could basically just open up a loot box and get a follower. Like you don't have
These are
to.
blind
you don't have to
boxes
battle.
too, so they
Yeah,
could be
blind.
repeated items. They could be anything.
I heard
That's-
legendary orcs are in the loot boxes exclusively too.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have
exactly.
that too.
You just get orc followers. You don't have to
See, I didn't know all this stuff.
That's crazy.
I thought it was optional stuff. This is
Yeah,
discouraging.
it's
me
always
right now.
the
Look,
thing is,
I
they're
don't
gonna say
even
it's
like
optional.
loot boxes when it's even just skins. You know, some people like or don't mind, but even that kind of turns me off a little bit. But like locking like weapons, endings, orcs in loot boxes.
Orcs,
That's kind
exactly.
of messed up, bro. That's kind of messed up.
Yo, I
They'll
knew
start locking
Shadow War
cutscenes.
was gonna have issues when they were like, "Oh, all this gear has different stats." I was like, "They're gonna do blind boxes."
Yep.
I knew it. I was like, "They're gonna do blind boxes because they're gonna be like, oh, this gear has great stats, but you can get a better one if you just give me $2.99 and open up this box."
Right. And they love saying that, oh, you can, play for this stuff and you don't have to buy it. But like we just heard, if it takes an extra 30 hours,
Yeah, that's
come
what
on.
I'm saying. Who they trying to fool? Like
The
who they
problem-
trying to
the thing
fool?
is, everybody has the excuse like, "Oh, you can just play it and you'll be fine."
Yeah.
The problem is, where is the line of when this becomes abusive as a person playing the game, to where my time is more valuable than me playing the game? Because everybody's older now, so it's either
Yeah.
time or it's gameplay, and they're gonna bet that your time is more valuable to you than the $5 for a loot box.
I'll be watching that ending on YouTube. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like the dev says that, like, oh, we balance the game without the loot boxes. Like,
Bullshit.
they basically play the game without the monetary factor on it, and that's how they balanced it. But you're telling me that they didn't find out where was the tipping point of the playtester that they could say we could put $1 on this one.
Well, it sounds like reading the reviews. Like I read a bunch of reviews, and all of them said they didn't feel compelled at all, and you don't need to buy the boxes during the main game. Like, there's no reason to even interact with it. Like, people were saying, like, they don't even know why it's there, right? But then the epilogue starts, and there is the reason for the loot boxes, because it's just a grind. And it's like now it's like Alex saying, now it's like I really love the first game. I like to
first
play
one's
as
fire.
many
I
games
love
as I
it.
possibly can. And now I'm at this point where it's like, do I buy the game? Do I just wait for it to go on sale for
Don't.
$30?
It had such a
I'm in
good
the same
system.
boat.
The Nemesis system was like incredible, and this was like
I know, like, yeah, it
Great.
was such a good IP. You know, the first one was very, people really loved it.
Sleeper of the year.
Why
That was
do
my
it?
sleeper.
And
No.
then, you know what? Like, so don't even get me started on the whole like the developer that died of cancer, and then they put that in there because they fucked that up.
oh,
more
that
than
was
I've ever
How
seen
did they- okay,
anything get
explain.
fucked up.
How do they?
So a developer died of cancer, and you can donate, and it's $5 for to have like a mysterious stranger, like in Fallout, show up, and he helps you kill whoever you're fighting, and then he just walks away. So the thing was, I think it was only a specific amount of your $5 would go to helping the family, not all of your $5. Just like
$3.50.
a specific amount, $3.50. Then it was only available in certain states that it would go to the family. Then it was only available in the US that it would go to the family. So everything in Europe, everything in Japan, every other country would not go to the family if someone bought this DLC. So it's like, so you're
Yeah.
telling me that you're going to put him in instead of being like, look, we put him in the game as sort of like an homage. It's for everybody. Just enjoy it. Or if you want to donate to a little thing for him, you can. They were like, no, we're going to sell it to you as
Wow.
DLC, and then you can buy it, and then only a percentage of it's going to go to the family.
You know,
Sorry. That's
They
pure
reversed
fuck-
course
That's
on that too,
wrong.
by the way.
Yeah, they did.
They said that he's free to everybody, and
they
people
fixed it, yeah.
people blew it out of proportion. The money was always going to go from them, but they just couldn't say it because of tax laws and stuff. So instead of that, they're just going to make a
Yeah,
donation.
but then you just do a GoFundMe.
Well, they kind of put it on people because they were like, we were going to give
wanted
all
to.
the money to them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
Like,
sure
yeah,
they
Warner
were.
Brothers is going to be like, oh,
weren't
yeah,
gonna
we were
give
totally
anybody,
going to give them all
unless
the
you
money.
guys complained, we're only going to give them this small, amount or whatever.
Like, honestly, I really don't even want them to continue the Batman franchise because
Oh,
they're just going to do the same thing in Batman.
They're
I mean,
gonna
think
have
about it.
I don't know
Think about it.
for the Riddler trophies and shit.
2
Like,
years
yeah,
ago,
like Arkham City was enough for me. I'm not going to
Think-
do those Riddler trophies. Sorry.
think about how similar the Batman game is to the Shadow of War game. 2 years ago, the Batman game had an ending, but then it had the true ending, right?
Yeah.
The true ending was locked behind doing everything else in the game.
The Riddler trophy.
And what is Arkham Knight and Shadow War in common? They're both published by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So if Batman had come out this year, then that stuff would probably. I don't even want. Like, can you imagine loot boxes in Batman? I don't even want to.
I would honestly, I would burn Warner Brothers to the ground.
You know what's going to happen because they are working
superhero,
on.
And I absolutely love those games. They're unbelievably good games. And then
Batman.
Oh, dude,
you can open up a chest and you might have a new utility belt or maybe a new collar.
Yeah, right. Like, you know what they would do? They would lock costumes behind the loot
box. The thing is, look, I just don't like free to play. I don't like free to play models in full price games. Like I think that's whack. I just think that's whack.
If I'm giving you the full $60, do not give me a free to play game.
Like these loot boxes, crates, all of this shit seems like they all come from free to play games. You know what I'm saying? To earn revenue. But why is this coming into full price retail games and single player games?
You can blame a couple of things for this. You can definitely blame these companies' greed. You can definitely blame. You also got to blame shit like GameStop, man, because a lot of people are not buying these games. A lot of people are game sharing. A lot of people are buying these games.
Yeah, a lot of game sharing going on.
They not getting no money off of that, and that's why we had shit like the online passes and shit like that, because they just not getting money off of it. Like, look at a game like Heavy Rain. 2-3 million people played Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain only sold 1 million copies. So they like, hey man, y'all got to come up off something.
So would y'all
agree with it? But like, it's a reason.
They like raise the prices of games?
No,
don't overstate that. Like,
how about this? You don't need a marketing budget that is more costly of development.
J-May, don't even put no ideas out like that, bro.
I'm just saying,
$99 here in Canada, dog. That shit hurts my soul every time I buy a Switch game full price, dog.
Well, I
want this to stop. That might be the only way.
It's the longevity of the games. That's what it is. The initial purchase is not enough to sustain the budget of these games, so they need to make sure income is steadily coming in across the year, because there's a big spike when everybody buys it, and then it just drops off, and it's like bog and bin if it's not a great game. So it's really just extending this game as a service or as a longevity to keep the.
If it ain't got online.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is with that? When you're saying about the revenue, the thing is that their marketing budget is as much as the development cost.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, what they're doing is they're spending all their money on marketing, and they're getting all these shit sales. And when you're telling me that Tomb Raider and Hitman failed expectations and they sold almost 4 million copies, are you out of your mind? Like, where was your budget?
Alex, what about PUBG? That doesn't have any marketing budget, and that's got loot crates.
Yeah, but the thing is, PUBG is also an early access game, and
that shit shouldn't even have loot crates. Shouldn't even finish. How you don't have vaulted in the game and you have loot crates, dog? Yo, what's happening out here, bro?
That is crazy. PUBG in general is going to be the biggest
They're gonna kill themselves. They're gonna
fall from grace.
They're gonna kill themselves.
They're adding loot boxes. They're putting skins in. They're putting
commercials. You heard about the commercial shit? Like, oh my god!
And it's still an early access game, and when it launches on Xbox, it's going to be broken.
It's games as a service, broken.
I'll play devil's advocate here for a second, okay? At least in Forza and Shadow of War, it's single player only stuff, right? Like me getting a car or getting a mod doesn't make me a better racer, right? There's no pay to win. At least it's just my thing. And same thing with Overwatch. Like Overwatch, Destiny, cosmetic stuff.
It's all skins.
Okay, but this is where the Devil's Advocate stuff ends. Because I don't know if you've seen the Star Wars Battlefront loot box.
No.
Tell us about it.
Straight up, pay to win.
With Destiny 2, wasn't there stuff where it would give you certain mods and certain abilities for guns?
No, I mean
explain this Battlefront shit because I don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So the Battlefront stuff, there's cards you can get that will increase damage of your weapon or increase the stuff for your armor, so you can take less. Straight up pay to win because so that you use in multiplayer. That they call them star cards or whatever.
So like Halo then, where they were like, oh, you just get cards and you would get certain weapons.
They had them in the first game, didn't they? Then they expire. Like that, you use them.
Is it a one-time use, like Titanfall?
I'm not
burn cards.
Like a burn.
And I guarantee you, it's in a blind pack, so you just get a bunch of cards that you just didn't even want at the beginning.
It's gambling for the youth too. Have you noticed that, dog?
It is gambling.
If he took that in, that all this loot crate shit is gambling basically.
It is gambling.
It's gambling because everything's random. What you open is random and get you.
It's like a slot machine.
But some people are defending the Star Wars thing because they're like, Well, that's the price of free maps because Star Wars doesn't have a season.
Bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Nah, that's
Bullshit.
nah. That's
He
a
ain't got
bad
money.
excuse.
Not a
That's a
valid
bad
reason.
excuse. That's a bad
Well,
excuse.
and you know what? The star cards in the first Star Wars, you would unlock them and then you would equip them, and they were cooldown. They were like abilities. That
Cooldown.
everybody
Yeah,
could
that's what
have.
it was. Okay.
This one's not like that. So like I could get a thing that's like because then there are tiers. Like there's the standard one, there's a tier 2 silver, tier 3 gold, and then you can buy them stuff. So like Alex may get like a tier 1 that does this amount, but then I could have the tier 3 one that does 4 times as much. And this is a multiplayer game, right? Where like it's going to directly impact other people. Whereas like in single player and Forza, it's like, well, at least it doesn't affect anybody else, you know?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. You shouldn't have that in multiplayer.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog. Yo,
Well,
what a time to be a
think
gamer,
about
man.
EA does that stuff in the sports games because those gold packs and stuff. If you spend money and get a better pack, you'll have a better ultimate team.
Oh yeah.
Online. So
Oh yeah, that my team is real. Yeah.
and the same thing with the virtual credit in 2K. You know,
That shit, and then that shit is addicting too, man. Just like opening packs, you don't know what you're getting and all that. It's definitely gambling, bro.
Yeah,
You
CS:GO is the same way. Like CS:GO, the one thing I do defend about CS:GO is that I can take those items and I can trade them up, and I can also sell them on the market. Like I can make money back in CS:GO. There's
an
a
lemonade
difference.
stand.
I
Like
don't know, man.
When did video games become about gambling though?
Yeah, shit's looking spooky.
Oh, absolutely,
For real,
right?
bro.
Like every single one of Microsoft's first party games has some sort of loot box.
Yeah,
At least
Halo.
Years
Halo.
was
Oh.
cosmetic
It's mobile
stuff.
games,
man.
You know,
It's
like
the mobile gaming thing.
guys, even the purchase of games has become a gamble. Now the game comes out on Friday, but if you want to pay $20 more, you get it on Tuesday. And it's just like I'm
Oh,
like
yeah,
sitting
that's
here looking
That's
at a
true.
calendar. I got a friggin' calendar in front of me going, wait a second. I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't play Wednesday. Should I pay the extra $20 and get it on Tuesday? But Friday I have something to do. That's when it comes out.
Spooky out
I'm
here,
like,
bro.
what the hell is this shit? I can't
Gears
just,
of War was like that.
just come out on a Tuesday like you used to.
Yeah, that's why we gotta appreciate games that drop, like Cuphead and shit like that. That
Oh,
$20
no
bucks.
bullshit, bro.
$20
That's not bullshit, bro.
Microtransactions.
And Ruiner
No,
too.
no
Like,
loot boxes.
Yeah, you just
Mario-
cop the
when
game.
Mario comes
You
out.
know? Yeah, you cop the game, and everything is just there. And, you
Hey,
know,
but if
you-
Cuphead put in a loot box for some extra coins, I mean, hey, I might have to fuck with it.
However,
That's-
what if I mean, you know, people bring up Nintendo, but Nintendo's got those amiibos though that you got to buy.
yeah, that's a.
Oh,
I haven't bought,
they-
I haven't bought a
it's
single
DLC,
amiibo. I haven't
pretty
bought
much.
one.
It's
Bro.
DLC
That's
and a fucking toy.
yeah, that's a DLC toy, bro.
So let's see. Can you bring your Switch to the store and just put the amiibo on your Switch and get the
Oh,
guy?
I never
No,
thought
no,
about
no.
that. That's
They
lit.
got some protective things in the case.
Because I used to do that with the Disney Infinity guys, just like not open them, just put them on the guy, and then bring them back to the store.
Does any of Sony's games have loot boxes?
Naughty Dog games do have microtransactions.
Yeah, doesn't
multiplayer.
Uncharted had loot boxes.
Yeah, they do. It do. I can't
the
even
multiplayer.
Not so much.
Yo, but don't they give you like power weapons in the loot boxes and all that shit?
Yeah, you can buy the power weapon. Like you can, like, of course, you can get them from playing it, but it take a long fucking time of playing it. So yeah, you can buy it.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it. I think it's
bro.
stupid.
Everybody's on the bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the bullshit.
Oh, and let me tell you what Uncharted did to make it worse, right? Because originally, okay, you could like open it up, get a costume, get a skin. They added like 15 fucking color variations to every character. So you can't just unlock the skin. You have to unlock every color variation. So they just fill these boxes with the most stupid bullshit you could think of. And it take forever, bro. Oh,
Dude.
you get berry pink Drake. Like, motherfucker, just give me all of them, bro.
Dude, they did the
Great.
same thing for Forza 7, dude. They did the same thing because, you know, it's all about customization, right? They literally created your Drivatar so you can, like, get suits for him. So
yeah.
they literally created that out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what people are not understanding. People are saying, like, oh, loot boxes is not a big deal. What's the big deal? But concepts are built around them, though. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they built concepts around them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm
going to ask you guys a question. I have a question too that I've been thinking about. Sea of Thieves, that says that's a service game. Do you think that the reason why we're not really seeing what's about is because they're kind of analyzing people's behaviors on the alpha and then kind of seeing what they can monetize?
Probably.
I would
I
be
already know that game is gonna
I
have
wouldn't
some
be
sort of loot
surprised.
boxes,
I really-
treasure
I wouldn't
chest,
be
or some
surprised.
bullshit.
That's the
bro.
direction Microsoft seemed to be going with a lot of
Because
it.
like if it's a service game and you kind of have it out there and people, it's like, hey, what are the tendencies of people? Well, they like to stay on their ship, so let's give them customability on the ship, or they're like constantly on these islands. So I'm just thinking like they're monitoring tendencies of people and they're thinking like,
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get gold from the treasure chest, but they never really said what you're going to be able to buy gold with.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm assuming going to be a lot of customization stuff.
And maybe that's why maybe it's like you can't share it and stuff like that because they really haven't figured out where they're going to put the little like.
If they can find a way to put, I mean, come on, a loot box works perfully well in a pirate game.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's a given.
Match made in heaven right there.
There you go.
The booty.
Here's my thing though, and you guys could definitely chime in. Like, if this is the way we're going, if yeah, we could take a stand, we could not buy a game or whatever, but if it still keeps on, what do we do? Because I want to play these games.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play my backlog. That's what I'm gonna do.
You have to boycott literally every game coming out. Like,
Just cancel all your credit cards. Just
It's
cancel.
like we're stuck in a spot as gamers because we want to play these games. So it's like, what do we do?
I feel the same. I feel exactly like that with Shadow of War. Like I really actually want to play the game. It's $40. You know what I'm saying?
I want to play day one.
Oh, don't buy used. That's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
No, don't buy used. Just don't buy the game.
The best
When it
thing
doesn't
to do,
sell.
honestly, well, don't buy the game. They ain't gonna make money off that. The best thing to do, personally, to me, would be buy the game. Don't indulge in no microtransactions.
Yeah, I never do.
Yeah,
I really never do.
I already don't do that. Yeah.
Even I rarely buy DLC too. Like I rarely buy DLC.
I'll buy it on sale, like on a Steam sale, if it's low enough.
I'll
Like
buy
$6
DLC.
bucks.
For me personally, I rarely buy DLC. I don't buy much DLC in general.
To be honest, when it comes to these microtransactions, though, like us saying we ain't gonna support it, I feel like we're in the minority, and I feel like a lot of people buy this shit and they don't care.
Yeah.
So they,
So
they're not gonna stop.
It's like I said, they're abusing your time.
Yeah, and they
That's
don't
the
need
problem.
100% of us to be doing that. There's like 10% of the purchases that would probably be dedicated and bought.
Yeah. And
that's all they
it's
need.
just like on mobile gaming, they're called whales. They're people that just dump tons of money into the
they're
game.
the whales.
Right?
Yep.
All right, so
And
maybe
they're
we're not the
trying to get like 2 or 3 people that just dump $1,000 into it, and they're like, we just got $1,000.
Yeah, if it's like Alex said, if it's 8 o'clock at night and you trying to do something, you got to be at work in the morning. You ain't finna be sitting up
So
there for
Jack,
hours.
are you suggesting that like at this point, and it's probably the truth, there's just nothing that we can do. You might just
No, it's
you just
fucked.
have to
It's fucked.
accept
It's
it,
the
right?
fucking BB whales. It's the whales.
So
It's
we
a
fuck.
wrap.
We're
Yeah, it's a
pretty much
wrap.
fucked up. We just got to deal with it then, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna get way worse, bro. We just in the beginning stage.
You know what's gonna happen?
I mean,
Second
look
crash.
what happened
Oh,
I mean, perfect case of an example is look what happened to 2K before microtransactions and microtransactions, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm not getting WWE 2K18. I know it's going to be a shit show.
Oh, I have to get it.
Yeah,
It's going to be a night.
y'all make a good
It's
point. At
finally
this
a new
point, if we're gonna be
Finally,
boycotting every game with loot boxes and microtransactions. We're gonna be
You gotta stop
boycotting
gaming.
a lot of fucking games.
But you want to know what else is a kind of a hidden loot box? Is all the remasters and these updates. Like, just look at The Witcher that came out. You don't think that's strategically placed that they added that 4K thing to The Witcher because they're gonna sell it? It's $59.99 or $49.99. Like, even these updates to these games are kind of like ways of kind of
Yeah,
extending
but the thing is, with an update to the game, you have a game that is 200 hours plus.
Oh no, but I'm not
That
saying
is
The Witcher-
unbelievable good in
no, The
every
Witcher's
way.
worth
Like,
it. I'm not saying The Witcher's
it's
bad.
like $60 for 200 hours of gameplay.
No, so who's doing
no,
it? Who's
that's
doing
it.
shit the right way? Like who's doing shit the right way? CD Projekt Red is a good example, right? They're doing
Yes,
shit the right way,
they're doing it
right?
the right way.
Like, do you guys have any other games that are
Nobody.
doing shit the right way?
I'm trying to think. I would say the
With the
guys
whole-
who made Divinity Original Sin. Those guys are doing it right.
Like pretty much indie devs, dog. Like
I'd also say Valve, like, because Dota 2 is a free game, and I expect loot boxes in a free game, and that's fine.
What about Team Fortress 2? That's free, right? And they don't
That's
have
also
any-
free, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also
Like
say
so
Arrowhead, the guys that made
I know some people are not gonna hit me up with the Nintendo shit, but so far, like Nintendo's been doing like DLC okay. Their prices have been fair.
not the amiibo shit though.
Not the
That
amiibo
amiibo
shit.
shit
Like,
is
I remember a Mario Kart, like specifically, I remember a Mario Kart 8, how they did that. I think it was like $12 a piece or some shit like that, or something cheap like that for each pack. I don't know. I guess there's a few people doing it right, but
Well, doesn't Call of Duty have that stuff now? Don't you actually get credits for watching people unlock the loot boxes in this new Call of Duty?
Yo, that's true.
I'm pretty
that.
sure.
that's crazy.
What is
Everybody-
gaming anymore?
Somebody Google this really fast, but I'm pretty sure.
And we got a question and a donation.
Yeah,
Shout out
boy.
to
Those
Black
videos on
Metal
YouTube
Gamer.
get a lot of views, man. Watching people unlock stuff, opening packs and shit like that.
Yeah, they get.
Oh,
They do get a lot of views, bro. I just like that.
It's
Yo,
like I
Black
said,
Metal Gamer. Let me read out his question real quick. Will gaming become like arcades? Always pay credit, credit card to swipe
Every
every
time you
time.
pay.
If they
Every time
can
you
make it
play.
like that, they definitely would.
Oh, they would. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
they would. It seems like they would.
Yeah.
They try to do right now, bro.
Yeah,
Imagine,
I always
like-
see that art where they cut the picture up and they shows like how gaming used to be and how it is now with like,
I've seen that.
oh, you take like a burger and then it used to have everything on
Yeah.
it.
No, they did it
That
with the
is
Mona Lisa,
DLC.
where they just start cutting away pieces of the Mona Lisa.
The piece of art.
And you're like, what
It
the
is
fuck?
weird.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What a time. So what a time to be a gamer. I guess
that
we just
behavior
gotta.
is so fucking. And you know what? Like, I don't agree with Jim Sterling on a lot of things, but I agree with him on these things.
Mhm.
It's a fucking travesty. And then
I think everyone pretty much
fucking
doesn't like this. You know, bust out your credit card every time. You know, like I think most gamers don't like this shit though. Like pretty much.
no.
All right.
Mobile gamers love
So,
that shit.
so here's the thing about Call of Duty 2 that I remember reading. So it says headquarters. So the new social space headquarters, right? So headquarters supports up to 48 people at the same time. Players can take part in activities. The space is filled with supplies, vehicles, and more. The headquarters gives you many options for any time in between multiplayer. In headquarters, you can open up loot boxes that include cosmetic items. Players who then watch you open something in the headquarters will then earn prizes as well. So they actually, yeah.
They're incentivizing
Oh my
people.
God.
That's like the CS:GO
Which is
loot box
gonna-
openings.
This reminds
This
me
is
of the
horrible,
achievements
bro.
on Xbox for like watching Twitch and like watching
Bro,
something. You know
I
what
might
I
as well
mean?
go to the casino, bro. I might as well
Yeah.
take $90, go to the casino and try to hit the jackpot, bro. It's basically the same shit.
So people are gonna be like,
Participation
"Are you gonna buy that loot box for $20? We all want to get prizes and watch them unlock it." Like, oh man,
that one
Wow.
kid with his mom's credit card wants to ball out, you know, show
Wants
off.
attention. That's
Let
how
me
they're
tell you
gonna get.
something.
Get
There-
that.
Oh my god.
Yo,
10 years from now,
kids.
you'll be playing like Battlefield 5, and it'll be
Yeah.
like you're out of ammo, and you can't find it, and it'll be
Bust out your
like,
credit card.
"Would you want to spend $1 to refill your ammo?" Like,
Every time you reload,
Yeah.
it charges
Yo, that's how mobile games be like for real though.
Sounds
Real
like-
talk. That's how mobile games be like for real though. Like
Yeah.
mobile games I've played, they really actually be like.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So that movie Gamer was right, I guess, with where that kid was getting when he was like giving donations to the guy in the game, and like to have him survive.
Oh, I
Gerard
know.
Butler.
I know.
Yeah, Gerard Butler, like he was running around and stuff like that, and they're like, "We got a donation to give you some ammo," or like Hunger Games, where they're like, "You have a donation for a person."
Yo, Bias Gamer says that Need for Speed iOS game, you need money to spend for gas. Dog. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And the
to me,
BG
bro.
was right.
Huh?
I'm calling real life.
So Need for Speed, you have to buy gas.
You have to buy gas, bro. You probably gotta
That's
wait.
why
That's,
they made it open world. There you go.
Are you serious?
crazy.
Oh, the
But here-
iOS.
so here's my thing. I don't mind if you're doing transactions in a game, but it needs to be free. Then you can't have it both ways. If you're gonna give me free to play mechanics in a game, then
That's
it
what I
needs
was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I hate full price games that's built like a free to play. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, but if I'm paying you full price for a game, I expect a full complete game. I don't expect you to charge me more for a thing that I should have already paid for. I gave you my $60. I gave you the full transaction. It's done.
Yo,
I have
that's
the product
crazy.
now.
Look, I could understand like the business aspect too. You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely need their money. You know, games are becoming more expensive to make. Like I definitely understand, but god damn, dawg, I ain't trying to put up, bro. I ain't trying to put up.
Like I'm even okay with the cosmetic stuff. Like it's when they like do the weapons.
Yeah,
and
the weapons, the
content.
But even then,
tailoring,
even then,
content.
like I kind of don't like that either because that is still a that is
Dog, in a perfect
mental
world,
attack.
Alex. In a perfect world, obviously, then no one
Oh,
would
it
want
wouldn't
none of
happen.
this shit. No one will want none of this.
But that's why I'm like emulating old games. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking done. I'm playing old shit now. I don't give a
That's
fuck.
crazy.
see,
Old
these
school
corporations
ways.
will try to take as much ground as they can, man. And
Yeah.
it's like every
They will.
year they take a little bit go further.
will.
It's not
Yeah.
like it's not one increase that you would notice right away. It's just every year it's an incremental increase.
when you look
Mental
back,
increase.
yeah, when you look back, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah,
like now
pretty
it's getting to
much.
the point with like Forza and Shadow of War where people are like, well, hold on, wait a minute, 1 second here.
and that's too late.
You know,
It's too late. Yeah, right. It's
I
too
mean,
late.
I mean, like you even said, like I'm cool with the cosmetic stuff, right? But even like someone like Alex is like, I'm not cool with that. But then it's like, well, if they're cool with the cosmetic stuff, maybe in 4 years they'll be cool with like gameplay altering and stuff.
They'll
Frozen
slip
horse,
in.
man.
Slide it in a little deeper.
They'll slip in. You
Pause.
Oh, come on, y'all know what I'm saying. Come on.
Slide it in.
Wait a minute.
Well, then Capcom's got to be full penetration then.
You know when Alex on this podcast is going to
Next
get real
topic.
good.
Oh no.
Capcom.
All right, time to move on. Yeah. Oh, a man in the chat said just the tip. Yeah, some nasty ass niggas. Look at VG. Now he decides to comment now.
No, but
Now
why you on that comment?
He just got it.
Now he decides to comment. Oh, let me guess. You just appeared. Oh God.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. I think this conversation is pretty depressing, anyways. Let's talk quickly about the new PSVR. Jack, have you seen it?
I did see it.
Interested?
I really want to get a PSVR, man. It's just the cost is not smiling back at me. Man.
It's still
That
too
shit's
expensive.
Same
huh?
here,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I saw they cut down on the cords.
I think it's great.
Yeah, they cut down on the cords, but the thing is, it's some parts of it where it would be beneficial to early adopters that they can't even take advantage of. Like,
Oh, yeah,
they
gotta
literally
do
have
that.
to buy a
I'll
whole
explain it, 'cause
new
I have
kit.
the first gen. I'll explain it. So they're in. So basically, there's that breakout box. Everybody made fun of like when the PlayStation VR was coming out. It looks like a mini PlayStation 4. It's like a little breakout box. So what you do with that, the problem with that box is that it is HDMI 1.2, which it doesn't support HDR. And what happens is that when you're playing on HDR machine, and both the PlayStation Pro and the 4 Slim do HDR at different capabilities, but if you have your PSVR hooked up to the breakout box and that's hooked up to the PlayStation, you cannot get HDR your TV. So when you're playing a game like Uncharted or something that's in HDR, it will just play it normally without HDR. So what you have to do is just unplug the breakout box and plug it in the back of the PlayStation. So what they did was, and that was a complaint from like day one when people found out it didn't have pass-through HDR.
Yeah.
So now this year, what they've done is they updated the breakout box to include the 2.1 HDMI so that it just does HDR pass-through, so you don't have to unplug your box and plug it into the PlayStation. It just does it automatically. So the headset is still the same headset, same resolution. It's just that now it's the inconvenience of HDR pass through. So what you can do now, you could buy from Amazon like for $5 an HDMI switch, so you don't have to like physically unplug it and plug it in. That's the big thing. And then the other thing was that they took the audio cable headphone jack off of the feed and put it in the back of the headset, so you could just attach a headphone a little more conveniently, not having another wire hang from your faceplate. But that's about it. But the biggest little screw up thing is that because they moved that headset jack, is that the box is not compatible with the old gen. So like people thought that you could just buy the new breakout box and say, now I have it. And now they said, well, we changed the cables. You got to buy a whole new headset for that. Wow. But it's not a huge update. Like it's nice that they're iterating on the comment on what people criticized. I'd rather have them do that rather than just abandon the whole thing. Yeah. Just say deal with it, put it on the shades. But they're iterating it, and so that's about it. But it doesn't give HDR in the headset. It's just for your TV.
On the TV. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
But it is I'm telling you, just my personal opinion, I have the Vive and the VR and the PlayStation VR, and it holds up pretty well. Like the PlayStation 1 is pretty cool, and I do have to say the Farpoint game with that aim controller and
dope, huh?
Holy shit, man. Oh
VR,
my god.
VR is definitely like we had this topic.
That is some next level shit. That is really crazy.
VR is 100% super dope. Like the wow factor is there when you put it on your head. When I had my Oculus, I was blown away. But man, I can't shake the fact that I be getting dizzy and shit.
It's not for everybody. It's not. And,
that's what makes me nervous about buying into it is because I already get car sick. If I'm not driving, I'm in the passenger seat. I can't.
I get motion sick.
I'm telling you, the game Adrift almost had me dying. I couldn't play that game more than 15 minutes at a time, and I just couldn't finish it. Like there's certain experiences just have you feeling weird, and that's not how I'm trying to feel when I'm playing a game. You know what I'm trying to say? I want to be comfortable. I'm not trying to like take off the headset. Oh, now I got a headache. Now I have to bust out the Tylenol. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
They got so many good like games that I see on there. Like,
yeah, like it's definitely cool and it's definitely dope for short bursts. But for me personally, I just can't sit there with the shit on my head. That's why I had to get rid of my Oculus, man.
Yeah, well, the one thing I have to say is like from the Oculus that I tried, but even the Vive, the reason why I think the PlayStation VR is it's more the comfort. That's why I got it, because the Vive was killing my face, and the PlayStation VR, the way it sits, it's the most ergonomic.
Yeah, I heard it's comfortable as hell.
It's so comfortable. It's like wearing a visor, and what's nice about it though is that the headset slides out, so like you're not disconnected from the world. So like if it is too much on your face, you could just press the button and the whole faceplate just slides out a little bit to give you some breathing room. So it definitely is, the most comfortable out of it. But yeah, you have to be in a certain like I don't play like at 11, 12 o'clock at night because I'm kind of sleepy, and I'm not going to put that on because you might get a little queasy from it. But but yeah, and the thing is that they got some real cool games like that Rush of Blood, where you're just sitting in a roller car, like in and shooting guys jumping on your cart. Like that is some scary shit. Like when you play it, the one thing I'd say about VR is like you are like in like a Dave and Buster's. Like you would say, hey, I could line up people and charge them $5 to come try this out. Like that's where you feel like you left one of those places when you try it. And it is a cool experience, but it's not for everybody. Everybody feels differently. Like you put it on one person and they lose their knees. They're like, whoa, and then you put it on somebody else and they're like a natural. It's totally hit or miss. And that's why it's not going to be like take over the world. It's not going to at all. It's a different experience.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool. VR is 100% cool. But for that price tag that I had at Oculus, I don't know it's worth it just to play it once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's worth it. If I'm buying something that expensive, I want to use this shit like daily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
I'm shocked to see Sony still supporting it as much.
Yeah, people. I mean, it's like that. People are getting at me. Some PlayStation managers are getting at me, like, "Oh, why do you say that?" I'm like,
come on, that's not
seen Sony's other peripherals, the Move controllers.
Oh, this one actually selling
3D hype. You know what I'm saying? All that other bullshit, the Vita,
even the Vita.
You know what I'm saying? Your handheld. So I think I'm pretty. It's not crazy of me saying that. I'm surprised that even Sony still at it and supporting it.
Even Sony said they're uncomfortable being the leader in VR.
Right.
Yeah.
Right before that dude left, he's like, I don't feel comfortable. Like,
Andrew House said that, right?
Yeah, Andrew House said that.
What is cool is that they are getting the PC ports. So the games that are kind of like on the on Steam VR and stuff like that, they are porting them over to the PlayStation VR, which is really cool because some of those games, were rough on. Like you beta tested it basically on Steam, and now they're kind of fully blown, fully featured, and coming to the VR. But it's cool. But again, they do need development, and Microsoft is doing their stuff. I think it launches next week. They're kind of augmented reality with their headsets, but it doesn't work on Xbox, which I think is it's a huge miss. I think they needed the development interest in it to get people to test this out, to see what works and what doesn't work. And when you don't have that many much competition out there, there's no way to test this stuff to see, that's the way to move, that's not the way to move.
For me, I think okay, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say with the Xbox thing, I think they had the benefit of seeing if it would even catch on, period.
They're
right?
smart.
So they're looking at, with hindsight, they're like, okay, it's not working out for Vive. It's not working out for Oculus. Sony's moving this much. It's like, maybe we shouldn't bother pushing this. In my opinion, I think VR is a generation too early. The hardware that's currently out,
I 100% agree.
Well. Yeah, it needs to be high resolution.
It's too expensive.
That's what I was just about to say, Jess. Because when I was playing my Oculus, I was playing Project Cars and looking in the distance. Still my eyes. It's not sharp enough. It's not sharp enough.
So maybe if the VR came out in 2020 on more powerful hardware and cheaper too, because it needs to be cheaper. It needs to be $200 for anybody to even want to even get into it.
Listen, VR needs to be small. Look, headsets need to be smaller. It needs to support 4K resolution, and it needs to be 144 or something crazy like that frame rate for it to be like perfect.
It's got to be at least
even
60,
the Oculus's resolution
minimum,
used to like bother me. Like in certain games, looking far, like shit wasn't clear. Like I said with Project Cars, shit wasn't clear when I was looking ahead.
Yeah, I think it's really going to take off I think the mobile is kind of where it is. If it keeps getting smaller and smaller, that you just put your phone in something, throw it on your head. Cool. I
Yeah,
think
that's cool.
just to see an area like a 3D photo, or like a 360 photo or something like that.
Yeah. I was
I
waiting
think
for Apple
that's-
to make a new VR headset. I was actually disappointed that they didn't announce one. J-Main, would you be with that? I know we
What, if
iPhone
Apple
Money
did one?
Gang. Yeah, I kind of want to see Apple make a VR headset. I would cop that for let me not just say it. Let me just chill out.
Your iPhone X?
Things.
Watch
I'm
that-
copping for
that
things.
VR porn.
I'll
That's all
cop for,
people say when they say VR.
I'll cop it for things because I did try that shit out
Yeah.
with no shame, and it's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna say something.
It's fine. It's
Nintendo
fine.
has set up their system. If they could have got a higher resolution screen, that modular system,
It would have been perfect.
you slip that thing right in a headset, and you have the controllers right there. It's there. I'm sure that they're planning that for the next couple of years. They're gonna do something. That system, that Switch, is awesome because it is really the first type of modular console that we've
Such
had.
a good system.
But it's modular. That's so cool about it. Like they could just add attachments to that thing and kind of change it and update the screen and things
Yeah, I'm
like
waiting for like a D-pad Joy-Con. That would fly off the shelf. If Nintendo's
Yeah.
smart, they'll make a D-pad Joy-Con.
Just the left one.
Yeah, that would, like
Yeah.
think about that. Like that would sell
Why don't they get
crazy.
that?
all you need is
That would so crazy.
that's all you need is the slot. That people because I've seen
hand
I could 3D print the slot.
Correct.
People have 3D printed this like to extend the hands and make stands. Like you could just all you need is that grid. Like just slide it right in. They can make tons of attachments. Crazy.
All right, so we pretty much hit all the main topics that I wanted to talk about. A few quick announcements. Neo's hitting PC. If you guys haven't heard,
Yeah,
so,
buddy.
I heard
Wait,
that.
wait, wait. I was told by a certain PlayStation YouTuber that it would never come to.
Never.
I was told by many
Ever.
play- I was told by
Never,
many PlayStation
ever.
gamers that this is a PS exclusive, but it's hitting PC. Great to see it. I'm a little worried though. I read somewhere, you might have seen this. I don't know. Maybe you retweeted it that it's gonna have the same modes as the PS4 version. Like it's gonna have a high frame rate mode. It's gonna have a resolution mode. I'm thinking to myself, wait, this is the PC platform. Why the hell is it gonna have modes like
That doesn't
that?
make
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? Why can't I have both? Why can't I have high resolution and high frame rate?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still kind of curious to see how this port turns out, but it's still great news that Neo's coming to PC. And I've noticed that
never ever.
PlayStation is sharing a lot of games with PC low key when it comes to these third-party games.
A little bit.
Man, anything that ain't
Low
first
key,
party
bro.
is subject to be shared, man. That's just what people gotta understand.
Yeah.
Depends on deals and stuff like that, but if it ain't first party, like you can almost like
And I love the damage control. People saying like, "Oh, Neil wasn't even that good."
they
Are people saying that really?
Like,
Are people actually really
oh,
saying
now
that?
it's
I
not
want
that
Neo.
good. But like 6 months ago, y'all were like, "Yo, never ever getting Neo."
Nah, that's some Xbox type of shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
like 90
Names.
hours in Neo. That game is amazing.
Hey, Phil's in Japan. Maybe he's talking to them about Xbox version.
Yeah, every time Phil goes to Japan, it's some big spectacle for some reason.
And, he's like,
Phil's in Japan, bro. Jeez. Is he ordering Chinese? Oh, what am I saying?
Everyone
Hey,
should
you're in
play
Japan.
Neo.
What am I saying?
What are you doing?
What did they even eat in China? Yeah, what do they call it? Japanese? I don't know. I have no Japanese food, bro.
No one's saying that. They're saying-
Okay.
No, but everybody should play Neo. Put it on
Yeah, Neo's
Xbox.
fire.
Put it everywhere.
Neo's
Game
fire. I'm
American
definitely picking up
contender.
that again. I had like 90 hours on the PS4, dog.
I'm ready.
Picking up that shit again. Because
That
I
was
want
the
to
only
play the
reason I was gonna
DLC.
get a PS4 was for Neo and like maybe God of War later on. But now, forget it.
What about that Bloodborne though?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play a game at 20 FPS. Sorry.
Yeah, we know Alex ain't going
Wow.
to play that interactive
That's it.
movie known as Uncharted, right?
You know what? Honestly, I was thinking about just getting a PS4 and because I've only played Uncharted 2, and that game
It was amazing.
turned me off to the series. Like it was good, but it wasn't like this fucking like I just busted a nut playing Uncharted. Like the last boss was fucking
Whoa.
atrocious. It was bad. Like once you got to the blue enemies, I was like, I'm done.
Ario, I got a question while I got like a whole bunch of people in the chat right now listening. Look, for Neo, for the people who have actually purchased the DLC, do you have to complete the main story again to access the DLC? Because low key, I don't want to fly through the main story again because I already played that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to play the DLC.
I believe you do, Kofi.
Oh,
You have to go to a different
shit.
part of the.
The fuck?
It's over.
I thought you did.
Someone
Maybe
said
I'm
no.
wrong.
They don't
I'm
even
not-
seem right though. Why would they do? No, I don't think
Maybe
they-
I'm wrong.
Okay,
Maybe I'm
so
thinking
saying
the second
no.
DLC.
People are saying no.
People are saying no. All right, so that's perfect. So I'll get the PC version,
Oh gosh.
and
Where's the mods at?
Hit that block. Hit that block.
what happened?
I guess I don't know. I haven't played it in a minute, but I guess you don't have to.
Oh, okay,
That's good though. That's good.
Okay.
For you.
that's good.
Mhm.
All right, so that's pretty much the podcast, guys. I'm still gonna give away this Rise of the Tomb Raider if you want one, if you want a copy
Look at that
for
band.
Steam.
Oh, can we talk about this
right,
PS4
talk about it while I get
5.0 update?
Yeah, talk about that while I get this shit ready.
That update just came out and it's absolute garbage. I can't even think of a single thing on this list that I care about.
I
Especially
don't even know
for
what it did.
right, especially for a 5.0 update. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on, Sony. After you see what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox and its features, I'm like, can we get this shit together?
I know it changed the way the messages look. I really don't like the way they look now, but I don't know what else it did. I think it added some tournaments or something. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, some
It
tournament.
added, like, you could add child accounts now. Like the Xbox had
All
fan.
right, I see that. Yeah.
Like, it's good stuff, but it's not something like you would expect in like a 5.0. Usually their 0.0 updates are like the big ones, you know.
I
what I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, people
And
like
it's just
thinking
like
like crazy stuff. Like, it's funny just hearing the speculation of what people thought was going to be in it.
I guess the dream of changing your names is dead.
Oh wait a minute, you could change your notification colors back, right?
Yeah, there's the black. and
Oh
the white
shit,
now.
I didn't even think that. Oh, I'm used to
But
the
I-
white ones now though.
I do have to say, and Rand, I don't know, like, playing Xbox for so long and then, jumping on to PlayStation 4, it is pretty hilarious reading the PSN names because they're not allowed to change them. It's very humorous. I find it very entertaining when I'm playing against people and they got these hilarious names that I know they can't change.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny. So,
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of funny. I wonder why Sony can't do it. I wonder what the reason is.
I think
Must
it's
have-
the way they made
their
PSN.
networking apparently.
Yeah, that's the way they built it.
They're because
I mean-
your trophies are not actually tied to your PSN account at all.
I mean, you
Yeah,
figure
that's second
Sony would
trophy.
love to be able to change it because they could charge everybody $10 like
That's
Microsoft.
what I was gonna ask. Do they still charge for like Microsoft does?
yeah,
I'm
Microsoft.
sure they-
Oh, yeah.
I think it's 10.
10
They would have to.
Used to be 800 Microsoft points. Now it's 10.
Oh, I remember when
If
they
they,
did
if they
those
don't,
ones.
people start griefing and all that.
Like they could probably make the first one free and then charge after that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm sure people are willing to just pay right out the gate. I don't even think
People
like,
pay to just troll somebody. Like, people just change their name just to troll somebody. I've
You're
seen that.
kidding.
Yeah, people like just
Like I'm gonna drop $10 just to make you mad for 5 minutes.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, yeah, people.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
People are crazy.
Stupid.
microtransactions,
You're gonna
man.
trigger Alex. People playing for name chases and people playing for online.
All right, yo, I got the trivia question, right? Yo, I got the
Alex,
trivia
that's gonna
question.
blow up.
In case somebody wants it, some free shit, dog. In case somebody wants it, I got the trivia question. All right.
participating. Fuck that.
So basically, yo, so the first one to write the answer in the chat gets the Steam code. It's a Steam code, by the way, for Rise of the Tomb Raider. The question is, Press Start Podcast, episode 28. Who named the guest that came on the show? Name just the guest who came on the show for Press Start Podcast, episode 28. First one to do that, put it in the chat, gets the code.
Don't enter if you don't want the goddamn code, man.
Yeah. I repeat.
Hip hop gamer.
People are loading up episode 28 right now. Be like, okay, who's on it?
Nuts.
Name
Start
all
naming
the
random
guests
people.
in one thing. Name all the guests.
Oh,
Go
all
find
the
that
guests?
shit.
Oh, he's changing it
so-
now.
Not all the guests. I mean the guests. Yeah, all the guests.
Oh, okay, because we depend. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Was I on that show? I was, right? No.
I don't even know if I was. For
Oh,
real.
a while back.
I have
Use some
I have
trivia
a
games.
Podcast.
A few weeks ago. I missed
Some
it.
Bill Spencer via Japan.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to ask the two radio.
Someone said Phil Spencer.
Oh my god! Shut up, BG. Just leave. All right. If no one's gonna answer the question, I already
Did you make sure anybody say it?
I'm just gonna drop it, dog. I don't think I see anyone answer it.
Let me see.
Hold on, scroll
Obviously,
up
don't fucking go look. Just easy. Go look and find it, dog. What
Someone
the
said Red. Was she on it?
28, bro. Anybody
Kofi
want
does-
this code, bro? Nobody wants this
Y'all
code.
niggas
doesn't even
don't
know.
go to
Oh my god.
All you have to do is just go look,
They
dog.
don't want
Nobody
the
wants this
definitive
code.
edition.
Donald Trump.
Y'all don't know how to go to the. Oh, you know what? I ain't
All right,
going
don't be
on.
wild. I'm gonna just drop it in there, dog. I know I want to do it fair, dog. All right, let me just drop it in here, bro.
Somebody be like, I said it. I said it.
I know. As soon as I drop it in there, too.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
They're gonna take it like yoink.
There's only like 3 people, dog. Like, come on, dog.
I said next gen. That's great.
Who is this first person right now? I don't even remember.
Active, did Active get it?
He said it's 3 people. That's only 2 people.
Oh,
There's only 3. There's only 3 guests on that. All you have to do is name the 3 guests, and that's it, dog.
he might have. Check
He
Active.
said Neo, Nintendo, Ultra, and Visions.
Oh,
Was that it?
Got that.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
Activeson gets it then. Activeson gets it then.
Hey.
All right, Active, bro. You get the code. Y'all some lazy ass niggas in the chat.
Y'all couldn't go to the video.
Y'all
man,
couldn't
just
go
type
to the
search,
video.
like, fam.
Click on the video. Just look.
Open up a
the
new
game?
tab. Open up a new
Free
tab.
game.
Yeah, dang.
Easy.
You mad lazy out here, bro. Jack.
I'm saying, I would have been all over there if I was one of y'all, man.
Man, Rise of Tomb Raider. That game.
Yeah, shit, bro.
So much.
All right, yo, Active Center. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm gonna drop you this code, dog.
That's a curveball.
Anyways, so let's do the outros and get the hell out of here, dog. Erica,
Someone said Cousin Curveball was on that episode.
Goofy.
Good times, you guys. I had fun. A lot of good topics. We didn't get to that Marvel topic though, but the Marvel versus Capcom.
yeah, we didn't talk. We'll talk about that next.
But it's all good. But yeah, you guys.
We'll try to have BG on there so you can damage control for the game like he usually does.
He already dropped it.
Yeah, Erica
Figures.
Turlin on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I'll be streaming hopefully Battlefront this weekend, and I hope to finish Cuphead this weekend. So that's the plan. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Pat?
Appreciate everybody for watching, man. All the support. Make sure y'all check me out on YouTube, man. Jack Move Johnny. Don't be ashamed to hit my sponsor button, man. It's there for you, man. Just go on, tap it, give it a little bit of love. Make sure you check me out on Twitch, man. Twitch.tv/JackMoveJohnny. Make sure you show some love to my subscribe button, man. It's looking real lonely over there. What else? Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, man. Jack Move Johnny, all right? And that's it.
J Main.
Oh yeah, definitely a great episode. Shout out to Ray and Jez for pulling up on the podcast. Y'all could follow me on Twitter at JMain518. And y'all have a good night, man.
Alex.
Thanks for coming by, everybody. Check me out at Oh No, It's Alex. I'm going to be streaming Cuphead and Ruiner again this weekend. Maybe even some more XCOM. Just check me out on there and the channel, and see you guys then.
And our 2 guests, Ran.
Yo, thanks for having me on again, Kofi. If you guys want to check out my content, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/RandallThor19. One of my videos today, I showed how you can get animated backgrounds on your Xbox One. I know, it's been out for a while on the PS4, but a lot of people didn't know about it. But yeah, check it out if you want to. Thanks again.
And Jez.
Hey, thanks everybody. I had a great time. Thanks a lot, Kofi. This is a great show. I'm on the Planet Xbox podcast. I think we're moving to Wednesdays at 7:30 from Tuesdays, and you could follow me on Twitter at Jez7780. Thanks again, everybody.
Shout out to Kids Moving Planet Xbox. Yo, shout out to them, bro. And that's it, people. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Please hit the like button too. Thank you.
Peace.
Bitch, are we off air, man? Yo, fuck these chat niggas, dog.
No.
Lazy motherfucker.
I know we're not there. I know we're not there. Dog.
You should have just went in and edited the title.
Yeah, I should have just started talking some shit, yo. But we out, yo. We out, people. We out.